success.
What's up? Welcome to your new favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 85.
Yeah.
My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the pod gods, and with me is the best man in all the podcast land. My right hand, Mr. B-Head.
What's poppin'? What's poppin' with the population? What's going on? Hope y'all doing all right. You know the rules.
You know the vibes.
I guess.
I said your new favorite podcast again. I gotta get used to we just the favorite podcast.
Yeah,
how you doing, my man?
Doing all right. How about you?
Hey, I'm doing all right, man. I can't complain. I could, but I won't.
Yeah, don't nobody give a damn.
Right, exactly. The earth still gonna keep moving, and I gotta handle the problems myself.
That's a fact, Jack.
What you been up to, man? We missed last week. Sorry about that, guys. We just had conflicts. We couldn't get together, but we're back now.
Yeah, life was taking its course as it always seems to do. Just cool, man. What did I do the weekend? This weekend I went to Charlotte. I've been trying to get my house together in Greensboro, so I was there Friday and Thursday. That shit sucked. And then I went to Charlotte on Friday, so.
What's in Charlotte? What you do?
I went to the smack battles. The
what battles? Shit. Oh, the smack battles?
Yeah, I went to
How
the
was that?
Shit. It was cool, man. It was cool. It was, I think it's a lot of standing. My homeboy got me in. Like, one of my homeboys, he fucked with smack tough. So, I originally was going to Charlotte for my homeboy bachelor party, which we attended later after the smack battle. But it was dope, though. I got there late, and then I left early because I had some shit to do. And then I got there late because I really had no plans of going, but it kind of just happened. But it was dope though. I saw, I saw when I got there, who was battling Goods and Clips. Charlie Clips was battling,
okay.
They was battling, Hitman and, this nigga named John. Not a fan of John. Charlie Clips, they lost, but Charlie Clips had a third round that was fucking amazing. That shit was crazy.
Like Charlie Clips.
Yeah, I like battle rap is like, I be in and out of it, but that shit is like theatrical fucking hip hop fucking Broadway type shit. Like that's all it is. Like that shit is hip hop.
It's like hardcore spoken word, basically.
It's WWF wrestling. Rap, because like you got your favorite characters and shit, and you know what I'm saying.
That's
like
true.
It's just like now they got tag teams. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit.
Yeah,
is really
I'm not too keen on the tag.
It was a tag team battle shit. The whole shit. That shit was dope though.
Some I'll be alright, but I rather like the one-on-one.
Oh, this shit was fire. They got the fighting and shit though.
Man.
So I had left. After Shotgun Suge and this nigga named New Jersey Twerk. That New Jersey, I had never heard him before. That nigga.
New Jersey what?
Twerk?
Yeah,
that
like twerk your ass.
I don't know.
Like,
Twerk,
is it spelled like that, nigga? Twerk?
I don't know.
Oh, you like I just heard it. I didn't see it. Oh, I got you.
But that nigga nice as fuck though. Like that nigga, they beat the shit out. Like that shit was. If you get it, whenever that shit come on YouTube, watch that shit. They was battling some nigga named Marv, some Marv 1, and some other weirdo. They got smoke. Marv is actually cool, but he just ain't got enough like passion and aggression. Man,
was there any Charlotte niggas?
Shit. Huh?
Was there any Charlotte rappers?
Nah,
like battle rappers?
Professional niggas. Nah,
I mean, it could be professional niggas from Charlotte, just cause.
I mean, nah, it's none from Charlotte though. Like,
why was the location in Charlotte?
T-Top and Briz. T-Top from Fuquay and Briz. He went to St. You might know Briz.
No, I don't know no nigga named Briz.
He used to be with Jazz and them. It's Jazz Cousin.
Oh, okay. I do know
Jazz.
Yeah. Jazz do like Christian rap now, don't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he do like Christian rap. I think he's still married to one of my homegirls.
Yeah, they
from
are.
School.
But yeah, so Briz Rothstein and T-Top, they were supposed to perform. I think they did. I don't know. I think, matter of fact, they didn't because they were like the final, the headliner and shit. But I seen Babs out there. Babs is from making
shout
the band.
Shout out the Queen of the Ring.
She is
she
is hard on the eyes. Good gracious. She like 6'2". That motherfucker
is
big
she
as
tall?
hell.
I didn't
That
know she
bitch
was
big
tall.
as a motherfucker. That bitch came by like looking me in my eyes and shit. I said, God damn, you a big bitch. You was a big bitch. And then
Damn it.
what's that girl from New Orleans? I don't know. I don't know the rap girls' names.
That's cool. We don't need to know all them.
Nah, she nice though, but she looked funny. The girl from New Orleans, damn, what's her name? She was dope though. They fucking did a tag team. That shit was hard. That shit was real
Babs
dope.
rap? Babs actually rap?
Nah, she was just there.
Oh.
Looking crazy as hell.
Oh. Well, I do watch Smack every now and then. I do watch Queen of the Ring every now and then. If you into battle rap, male or female, those are two good leagues to watch.
Yeah, Babs, I just found out she had the Queen of the Ring shit.
Oh, I thought I'd been sending you Queen of the Ring shit, but I probably sent it to you. You probably didn't pay attention to it because I sent it one, and no, because it was women too. And
I like women.
You like women rappers?
Yeah.
Oh, all them New York bitches be looking crazy. Shout out to New York though. New York battle rappers, female battle rappers be looking crazy as shit. They'll have on like a wrap, like a baby tee. Like, and then like had a pants set. I was like, what are you going for? Face full of makeup? Like, it's just a lot going on.
It was
like,
some weirdos,
what's going on?
Weirdo girls there. I don't know. It was this one. She was from New York. She was. I'll tell you, they weren't the most pretty. Them bitches good.
Was 40 Bars there? She like my
know.
favorite female rapper out of Queen of the Ring circuit. She can rap. She can rap like shit. That's what's up. Yeah,
it was cool.
I want to give a shout out to everybody who attended the Backyard Day Party, second anniversary of the show, weekend before last. We had an amazing time. People came out from everywhere, not only in the DC area, but Florida. A few of my folk came through from different parts of North Carolina, Philly, all that. Like, when you have motherfuckers that support you, it's a beautiful thing, man, because there's so many people out here that want to talk a lot of shit, but they don't support. You know what I'm saying? And supporting could be anything. Like, it don't even have to cost you nothing to support somebody. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like, all the people who came out, you know what I'm saying, and is hunting me down trying to buy Ain't Shit Show t-shirts, and shout out to DJ Hamp, Stampede. We actually supposed to had DJ Setfire, but he had an emergency with his son. Shout out to him because he found me a new DJ at the very last minute for the event. It was great, man. It was great. You were missed. A lot of people asked about you.
Oh yeah, sorry for that nigga, man.
Asked could you come out, and you know, wanted to see you and all of that, and it was just dope. It started around 5 and didn't end to probably like 3:30, 3:45 in the morning. Shout out to the neighbors. When you having a good time, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're having a good time stands still. Like, you don't even notice. And if you're not having a good time, you're gonna go home. So, you know what I'm saying? After the DJ left close to midnight, my homeboy childhood friend came through with the large speakers and we kept that bitch going. Shout out to the neighborhood because they don't listen. Let me tell you something about that neighborhood. Shit be going down at our crib, and they don't never call the police. So, like, and it's a good neighborhood. Like, I had it at my mom's crib, but she has like a big backyard, and her neighbor's cool as shit. So, shout out to them, but just shout out to everybody that supported, because like, that makes me feel warm, you know what I'm saying, in my heart. And the fact that, you know, people are willing to travel, buy plane tickets, you know what I'm saying, and everything just to come out and support and just have a good time, you know, that warms my heart, because that ain't always it. So shout out to everybody that participated, and I'm working on merch relax. I got y'all. You know, I appreciate y'all want to buy, like, niggas want to buy the drink off my back. Like, I only had but so many with me because I flew. So, they want to buy merch. I'm gonna work on that. But, you know, this weekend that just passed, that was cool too. I got up with, one of my homegirls, from over 20 years and shit, and, got me super excited about homecoming this year. So I'm gonna hit homecoming. You gonna be in town like the first weekend in November?
I should be. I don't think I got nothing planned. As of now, I don't have anything planned now.
Alright, then you don't have to come out and party with us. I don't want to hear no excuse about what you got to do, man.
Hey, you never know what happens, but I hope to be able to come in.
Plan to come kick it with us. You know a lot of Falcons. You can come out there. You know a lot of them, and you know one of your favorite Falcons gonna be out there because she always there because she run the bookstore. So you know all of us. Yeah. You know,
my dog Nipples.
I don't have nothing to do with that. Shout her out. But yeah, I'm excited. I had a good week or whatever. Work been crazy though. It seemed like it's crazy. Like you leave work work could be going fine, but it seemed like you leave work for a day and all hell breaks loose. You come back on Monday and it's like all this shit. So work I'm just sucks. Like, I
hate working.
I can't wait to start living my dream.
All right. I hate working, bro. That shit's trash. I got a new job. That shit trash too.
Hey, it's already trash?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
More money and still just as trash.
Hey, listen, that's what I'm learning, bruh. That's what I'm learning. The money make it tolerable for after you leave work. Like, shit, I got all this money. But while you at work, you like, this shit is trash.
That shit trash.
This shit is so trash. And like, I do like, I told y'all I do compliance and ethics and shit like that. So like, I always say my job is like a bridge between HR and legal, right? And I'm in the meeting with one of the executives and shit, and I'm having like this meeting I'm facilitating and shit. And, we going through a report about like incidents and shit like that. And he goes, I mean, but is it legal? Cause I don't really want to hear all this fluffy stuff. I was like, God damn, like you don't care like if your employees have a good work environment to go to. Like he kind of like one of those guys, you know, I work in like oil and gas industry, like the energy industry. And I feel like, oh, he care about his bread. Like, that's it. Like, y'all here, we pay y'all, shut the fuck up, do your job, like, whatever. So I was like, damn, but being in a person in my position, like, my job is culture pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So when you basically insulting me when you call the shit the fluffy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all fun and games until you got a class action lawsuit, bro. So I'm just like, man. And then I said, you know what? The direct deposit hit on Friday. Fuck it.
Yeah.
If you like it, I love it. That's all I can say.
Like, no, this is it. If you want to wrap up, we can, you know, I can allot this 2 hours that I have planned out for something else. So.
Facts. Cause I didn't want to do this. This is just part of what we were supposed to do to remain compliant and shit. Like, I could care less. I could have shit this shit in the email. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy. And another thing that's like just crazy about the workplace is that they want the middleman to be more responsible than the people up top. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't my place. Like, if your leaders don't give a fuck about what's going on, why should the people in the middle? So like, my manager giving us this speech about how we don't need the top in order to effectuate change and all this other shit. Like, yes, we do. They ain't gonna listen to us. If they boss don't give a fuck, like whatever. Like, you talking to me, I'm the compliance person in a group of lawyers. Like, we like, okay, we looking like, how we supposed to do our job if we don't have no back end for our job? You know, corporations are just funny. And as long as they making money, they don't really give a shit. But then soon as something pop off, where it's gonna cost them money, now they all caring about shit.
Right. Yeah, motherfuckers be reactionary as fuck.
That was perfect. That is exactly, that is exactly what be going on. I do want, I made a couple of notes here because I don't know what was going on last podcast. I don't know if I was tipsy early or what the fuck happened, but I have a couple fucking things to clarify, okay? Couple things that we need to talk about. That after I went back and was listening for editing purposes and content editing purposes, I heard some shit that I really didn't pay attention to before. First and foremost, I want to clarify that on the last podcast, episode 84, B Hill asked me a question and I was very raw in my convictions with that question, but I realized I didn't understand the question. So B Hill asked me about a gram and how many
weed.
Of weed. And if we gotta say of weed, then you shouldn't even be listening to this part.
I mean, you were confused too, so let's not.
I wasn't confused about what we were talking about. I was confused
but still,
about the
some
quantity.
confusion there. So you gotta give some niggas some leeway. What we were talking about wasn't that difficult either. So.
But you know what? We had some. I'm gonna say one. I think that I misheard, and two, it was some issues with audio because I didn't hear what you said at first about something else. So I'm gonna table that. But as far as this gram, right? So I took a gram. I thought we were talking about 3.5 grams, not a gram, because he said when you buy a gram. I don't hear people saying buy a gram. Like, who buys a gram of weed? So I think that's where my mind went. So I'm thinking about like 3.5 grams. Like, normally if you buy the smallest amount of weed, that's how much you buy it. So I was just like, yeah, I could get mad joints out of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to have a lot. Yeah, that was all wrong. Yeah. I don't buy a gram, and I definitely can't get as much as I thought out of a gram. So I just wanted to clarify that, cause y'all probably was at home like, what the fuck? Them J's probably skinny as a bitch.
Yeah. That nigga was rolling out. I don't know what the fuck.
Niggas rolling too
now, if you hitting
big.
a bong or some shit, then yeah.
Oh yeah, you could do an oil bait.
I didn't know what the fuck you was talking about.
Yeah, nah, my bad, y'all. My bad, B. Yeah, that,
No,
I was all wrong with that.
I'm used to.
You tried to, don't try to used to it, my nigga.
I'm used to like when a woman wrong and she ain't, hey, okay, you got it.
Hey, this a podcast. We gotta talk it out. I ain't your woman. So we need to talk that shit out. You can't just,
shit,
you
like
can't
a girlfriend.
just bow
I
down.
talk to your ass more than I talk to most women. So you like a goddamn second girlfriend type shit.
Yeah, just think of me as your second homie. Don't ever think of me as your second girlfriend. Gives me the creeps.
It's like a relationship, man.
It ain't.
It is.
It's definitely a relationship. The second is you totally violated when you was talking about the Mary and Minaj concert that you went to, and we talked about that, and listening back to the audio, you started your shit off with Mary can't sing.
She can't.
Bruh. How the fuck are you gonna say the queen of hip hop soul can't sing?
She makes good music, but she can't sing. That's pretty.
Go ahead. Tell us about it. Why don't you think she
makes
can
good
sing?
music, but she can't sing. Like, she couldn't sing her way out of fucking plastic bag.
Wow.
She can't.
Really?
It's fine. Yeah, no, she can't. Like, Mary can't sing. Like, that shit is not, I'm not the first person that's ever said that. Mary can't sing. She just makes good music. She sings well enough to, like, make a decent song, but like T-Boz can't sing. Like, motherfuckers can't sing. Like, motherfuckers can sing is like what's her name? Kiki Wyatt. Those are vocalists. Like, Brandy,
it's different
Monica.
Types of singing,
no, it's
though.
Not. It's like you can really sing or you can't sing. And she can sing just enough. Like, it's not like, she's not a good singer. You know what I mean? Like, she's not like, woo, goddamn, Mary took me. Like, you never heard Mary perform live and be like,
listen, I've heard Mary perform live at least 6 times in my life.
Me too. And they were all trash.
And Mary, bro, like,
not trash, but they weren't good. Like, I've heard like crazy singers, but she's just, you know what I mean? She's
listen, cool. When B Hill sends me clips on Instagram of girls singing, he likes a lot of runs.
Why has Mary never sang on her Instagram? Because she can't fucking sing.
But why do Mary need to sing on her Instagram?
Because all the stars be singing on their Instagram.
Mary pre-Instagram, my nigga. Like,
yeah, it's a lot of pre-Instagrammers that still sing on their Instagram.
But that's not what you got to do. Like, Mary don't even really be posting a lot of personal shit on her Instagram.
Yeah, but she ain't singing either.
Listen, when B Hill send me clips of women who can sing, it's always like some bitch that's like, he like runs. He classify that as a good singer. I'll be looking at these clips like, I mean, I don't know about this. Like, just cause you can make a run don't mean that you can sing. And I equated that with Mary, cause Mary don't do a lot of like runs and shit, that it seems to be a favorite of yours. I feel like that's sacrilegious, man, to say Mary can't sing, cause I feel like Mary can sing and she's a soul singer. Like, Mary can go to church with her shit. Mary can make you feel that shit in your soul, bruh.
I mean, now, yeah, like on some, yeah, I mean, like I said, she makes good music, but like, I'm never, like, when I'm going to see Mary perform live, I'm not going to see Mary sing. I'm just going to hear Mary's music. Like, I'm cool. Like, her background singers will sing way better than she does.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That was an unpopular opinion right there. That was a hot take right there.
I don't know, bro.
That was a hot take that I did not hear last week. And yeah, I feel like that's a hot take. I ain't never heard nobody say Mary can't sing, bro.
Shit.
You like the nigga who would be like Beyonce can't sing.
No, I wouldn't. That makes no sense. Those are totally two different realms of fucking
It's people
singing.
who say
like,
that.
Beyonce has one of the greatest voices of all time and the greatest breath control of all time. Like, Beyonce is amazing. Don't ever even like mention like vocally fucking Mary J. Blige next to Beyonce vocally. Musically, yes, certainly can compete, but vocally, like getting in, just like how niggas be rapping in a circle.
As far
and
as like range, you
I'm
right.
talking about being able to fucking sing. That motherfucker can't hold a candle to Beyonce. Beyonce will blow the candle out with her voice. I think
it's two different things. I feel like it's two different things. I feel like people got different styles of singing where you can't really compare it. But to say Mary can't sing just seemed crazy to me, bro. That's crazy. But sorry. That's a hot take. That's an unpopular opinion.
It's not very unpopular. I guarantee you can poll a lot of people and they'll tell you
nobody ever in my entire lifetime has ever said Mary can't sing.
That's crazy.
Never. I've never on my dad heard anybody that I personally had a conversation with. I ain't gonna say online because I can't remember all that, but anybody that I personally had a conversation with that has came out their mouth and said Mary J. Blige can't sing. That's wild. Hey, hot take. That might be the hot take of the year for me. Out of all the hot takes we done had that we disagree on, like a blanket statement that Mary can't sing is wild to me.
Yeah, she can't sing.
So, but you like Mary music, you just don't want to hear her sing live.
Yeah, like she's a studio vocalist. You know what I'm saying? Like she can get her shit arranged very well, and like her voice is good enough to, you know, make good music and so forth. But nah, man, hell nah. She can't sing. Like, I'm going down. Who sang that originally? Roberta Flack?
Let's go with that.
See, it was a remake. If you hear the original
it was
versus,
a remake. Yeah,
if you hear the original, like just vocally now. Like, if you hear the original and take away like all the percussion and the instrumentation and shit, just listen to the vocals solely. She gets smoked. Like, she can't, like, nah, man. Mary's never.
Is it
when
different?
She do tributes and shit? Like when she be with the other motherfuckers?
Rolls Royce. Rose, like the flower. Rose.
Oh,
Royce.
okay. Never knew that.
Yeah, I never knew that either. Fun fact, people.
Roberta Flack sang "Killing Me Softly."
Yep, you're absolutely right. Yep.
Nigga, fucking Lauryn Hill, like shit like that, like that's singing.
But like, it's different. I don't think that it's all the people that you saying definitely can blow. I'm not taking that away. I'm just saying it's different. Like Mary, Beyonce, fucking who else can sing? Like people who have seen that Kiki Wyatt,
she can't sing better than Ashanti. And Ashanti's not even like an incredible vocalist. You know what I mean? Like
I like Ashanti. I liked Ashanti. And
I did too. I love Ashanti. But what I'm telling you is that like Ashanti's not even like considered one of the greatest vocalists that there is. And Mary can't sing better than Ashanti. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, that's like saying that, I don't know, James Harden can't play because he's not Jordan. Like, just because you're not the best don't mean you can't play, though.
No. That is not total.
But that's the same thing. We're saying that they play, but they play differently.
No, I said singing is an ability. Like, that
singing is an ability, but it can be different. You can dance, and somebody else can dance, and y'all don't dance the same.
Yeah, but when you compare the two and how it sounds, like when you hear something and you can say if something sounds as good or better or worse, which in this case you can, Mary J is on the bottom of the totem pole vocally. Again, I'm just talking about vocals and being able to sing. Like if Mary does a tribute to somebody, if Mary does a tribute and like, you know how they bring like Yolanda Adams and Faith and like, bro, I can name 100 fucking singers.
Mary doesn't have probably the range.
She can't sing.
But saying Mary can't sing just seems blasphemous to me. Like,
it's not.
Mary can't sing.
She's not a great vocalist. Like, she's not even a really good vocalist. Like, she's a decent vocalist. She's good enough to make good music, but she's not vocally,
when Puff heard Mary sing in the mall and he was blown away by Mary, like, what you think it was?
I don't know.
He
Star
like,
quality.
I can
That
put
nigga
it to
got an
her.
eye for stars. Like, that's what that is. Like, he got an eye for stars. Like, she's the least she's the worst vocally that Puff's ever had. Like, in his grasp. Who's better?
Oh wow.
Who's she better than?
I don't think it's a better. I just think it's a different.
Oh,
I don't have a better.
Is crazy.
I don't. If we took
people sing better than people that don't sing. Like,
yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
But you can't.
Like, that's saying like I can sing better than you. We both can't sing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like the way I think of art, I think that is not a best or worst. We can take like abstract artists and compare music is
them.
art. Singing ain't art.
Singing is art. It's how you bring it across. Now, are you saying who has the most vocal range? Who can hit the highest notes? Who can do
sing?
this?
Who sounds
Who can
good?
Do acrobatics with their voice?
Who's a siren? Who's able to sing?
But that's not the only.
She makes good music. She's able to make good music. T-Boz made great music. T-Boz can't sing worth of shit. Chili can't sing worth of shit. Like, they make good music though.
You comparing Mary J. Blige to T-Boz and Chili?
They're the same. They're the equivalent.
Man,
like, vocally, they are the equivalent.
Nah,
man. Vocally, they are on that same realm. Like, they're on the bottom rung of fucking vocalists. Like, I can
might as well say Drake then. You might as well say Mary J. Blige sing like Drake. If you putting it with T-Boz and Chili.
I mean, she's probably like, Drake can't sing though. Like,
right,
she can sing better than Drake, but she
Mary.
can't sing like, she's not leaps and bounds better than Drake.
Wow.
Like, she's not leaps and bounds better. Like, she's not like, bruh, I can name 150 like women that can sing better than her.
I can take like a certain track and say who would sound better on a particular track, but like singing ability, I just feel like it's a difference in singing. It's not one way to sing. You can sound good or you can sound bad, of course. You
Mary
can sing or you cannot sing.
Mad times, my nigga. Like, she is pitchy. She like, she can't do, like, bro, that shit don't, man. Hell no. I love Mary J. Like, she's extremely dope. She has great music that has been a soundtrack of my life, but vocally, she's just not a good vocalist. Like, that's just what it is.
Damn,
like, that's just what it is. Like,
what?
Motherfuckers are able to make dope music without being like incredible vocalists. That's just for real.
Hey, that's a hot take, man. You are definitely entitled to your opinion. I feel like that's a wild ass take. We can do a top 50
of vocalists with all these goddamn lists that coming out, and fucking like just vocal ability, not songs, not nothing. Like, not, you know, we can do a best R&B list, and she would certainly be in the top 10. 15 or whatever. It just depends, obviously, because R&B goes back so far. But like, yes, musically, yes. Vocally, no. Fuck no.
Damn.
Hell no.
Hey, that's your opinion, Mary. Fantasia. That was the opinion. That was the opinion. It's art, man. I feel like art is different. I feel like you can't compare apples to apples. Like, to say she can't, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
Good. And Red Delicious apples aren't.
See
Mary J is
but
a red
somebody else
delicious
might say something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's all subjective. It's all our
Yeah,
opinion.
no doubt.
But
No
I've
doubt.
never heard anybody say Mary can't sing.
My
Like,
old
that's
lady
a
said that
wild
because,
take.
like, when I went to the show,
She
I was
got
like,
sexually transmitted delusion, man. Like, she got
What?
that shit from you, bro. Like,
She
that's
definitely
crazy.
don't. She said that when we first like started talking.
So
about
did
shit.
you get it from her? Tiff, did you give delusion
Nah,
to
I've always
B?
said that. My mama said that. Like my mama,
My
like
mama
Mary J
said
can't
that.
sing. Like, but I remember back in the day, like when she was doing "I'm Going Down" and all that shit, the remix. She was like, that girl can't sing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
She just make good
man.
music, get good beats, and she got a swag about her. You know what I mean? Like Missy Elliott sings better than fucking Mary J. Blige.
All right, we gonna stop right there.
You fucking crazy.
We're gonna stop right there.
Missy
But
Elliott
I
sing
want to
better
go
than
into Brown and Proud. You led us into Brown and Proud. Missy Elliott is finally getting her video Vanguard
this is special
Award.
what I do. You see, I'm special now.
Missy is getting her video Vanguard Award. Finally from
That's
MTV.
crazy. Fuck MTV.
Who deserves it more than Missy? Like, who videos?
If it ain't Janet or Mike, then I don't know nobody else.
Right. Like, who joins better than Missy, though? Like, Missy always had, like,
Mary
mad
J's on the
creative.
same level. Like, nah, Janet don't sing as good as Mary J, but she's in that category of singing.
Wait, I ain't gonna put words in your mouth. Say what you said again.
Like, Janet doesn't sing as well as Mary J, but she's
Janet
like,
can't sing that well at all.
so Mary J's maybe like 2 notches ahead of her. For real.
How
But see, that's
your
my whole
not
point. Like,
scale
Janet
go,
Jackson
like-
makes great music, but can't sing. You know what I'm saying? Missy,
But
I
don't think anybody
Mary's
has
in that
ever
realm.
called Janet a singer. People call Janet an entertainer. They call
She's
J-Lo
an
an
R&B singer.
entertainer. They don't call Janet a singer.
She's an
Nobody
R&B
calls
singer, my nigga.
Janet a singer.
She's an R&B
They call
singer.
her an entertainer. R&B, she don't even sing R&B. She sing pop music.
What is pop
You
music?
don't even know what we talking about.
What is
bro.
pop music though? It's R&B. It's hip hop. We are popular
No,
music. Fuck all
R&B
that shit.
music is rhythm and blues. Janet Jackson don't sing rhythm and blues. She
So
sings
are you trying to tell
pop
me In the
music.
Summer and Rain is not fucking R&B music? In the summer, you trying to tell me that ain't fucking
Some-
R&B music?
What you say? What
In the
song?
Summer and Rain.
What's In the Summer and Rain?
The song In the Summer and Rain.
Anytime, any place.
Yeah, that shit, whatever.
In
But then,
the
so that's not
summer
R&B music. That's pop
rain.
music.
Janet
Get the fuck outta
Jackson
here.
is pop music.
This nigga
Janet
said
Jackson is pop
This
music.
nigga said anytime, any place is pop music. Get the fuck
Janet Jackson
Let's
is a
move
pop
on.
artist. I'm not saying
Man,
she didn't
she
make a
sings-
couple R&B
Nigga,
songs.
Rhythm Nation was fucking R&B. That shit was produced by Terry Jam and Jerry Lewis. Like, she's an R&B fucking singer that just
All
happened
right, let
to
me
do
ask you
popular
this.
music.
Let me ask you this.
Michael Jackson is an R&B singer that
What
did
kind of
popular
singer is Rihanna?
She's an R&B singer.
No, Rihanna is a pop singer.
Nigga, Sex With Me is So Amazing is a fucking R&B song. The
You
fuck are
bring
you talking
one
about?
song though.
What? I'm saying. No, okay, man. All right. Let's
Listen,
just move on.
I
Let's go.
just
Brown and
looked
Proud.
up Janet
Brown and
Jackson. The
Proud.
first thing it said was pop singer.
This nigga said in the
It
summer.
says pop singer like
I don't give
that's
a
her
fuck what they say.
classification. You
We're
bring
black.
up
R&B
you-
music is popular music.
No,
R&B,
no,
like,
no. Chris Brown is a pop singer. Janet Jackson
Nigga,
is a pop
No Guidance
singer.
is No Guidance is a pop song?
Trey Songz, R&B singer.
That
D'Angelo,
shit is popular
R&B singer.
music. Like, what are you saying? Like, just because they put a label on that shit, R&B music is popular fucking music.
Janet Jackson is a pop icon.
Listen,
Janet
shit.
Jackson is not an R&B icon.
She started
R&B
in
is
R&B.
rhythm
She
and
ended up in R&B. She does.
her
She
brothers
fucking
have.
What are you saying? Like,
All
what are you
right, so
talking
all
about?
right, don't talk to me. Don't give my opinion. Go look up Janet Jackson as many
I don't
times
give
as
a
you
fuck
want
what
to.
that shit says. That shit is R&B music.
It's not. You can't just make R&B what you want to make
My nigga,
R&B.
if a
my
motherfucker
nigga,
is
like,
singing
that doesn't
a
work
ballad
that way.
and that shit is popular and that shit goes 10 million. So you trying to tell me
What
that
is Justin
fucking
Bieber? What is Justin Bieber?
So Confession sold
What is Justin
10 million
Bieber?
records. Confession
Usher is
sold
an
10
R&B
million records.
singer. Usher is an R&B singer.
What the fuck are you
R&B
talking
is
about?
a genre of music. Pop is a genre of music.
So Chris Brown
Now
is a pop artist, but
For
Usher's
sure.
not.
For sure.
Jesus
I
Christ.
feel like Usher sings a different
This nigga
type of
crazy.
song than
They
Chris
sing the
Brown.
exact same fucking
Has
songs.
Chris Brown made R&B songs? Yes, he has.
Has he made R&B songs?
but
He's
a
fucking
bulk of
R&B
his songs
artist.
is not
His whole
R&B.
last album was fucking 45 songs of fucking R&B. What are you talking about?
All right,
What are we saying?
I'll give you Chris Brown as a gray area. I ain't gonna
all
fight
these
for Chris Brown.
motherfuckers fucking Off the Wall is a fucking R&B music album produced by Quincy Jones.
Let me ask you
Thriller
this.
is an R&B album produced
Oh
by,
my
it just
God,
happened
you
to be
making
popular.
Michael Jackson R&B? Fuck out of here, B. All right, Jen, Michael Jackson is an R&B artist.
You trying to tell me that Man in the Mirror is not an R&B song? That's not a rhythm and blues song.
I don't know. I wouldn't put Man in the Mirror as a R&B song. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
All right.
I wouldn't.
Let's go to Brown and Proud.
This
shit ain't. I will continue talking about this shit.
But listen, you can continue to talk. I be having receipts. You don't never have receipts. You just talk about the shit that be in your head.
I'm talking about you as a person and what that shit is played on. You're a black person that hears R&B music, and you know what R&B music sounds like. Just because you're black does not mean it's R&B. Yes, it fucking does.
So the only qualification for a genre of music
rhythm
is your
and
color?
blues, rhythm and blues, and that shit is a hip hop R&B beat. That just happens to go fucking 12 to 13 million.
So if you're white, can you be an R&B artist?
Yes.
Okay.
Justin Timberlake was like the fucking Sex 2020. That was an R&B album.
Yeah. I'm getting Justin Timberlake, John B, Robin Thicke.
Yeah,
yes.
R&B.
Do you see the cadence in the melody in the vibe in which their songs
the same
get?
Exact music that fucking Usher and goddamn Michael
Jackson.
Okay,
all right. Well, tell me this. Who are pop artists?
is a fucking R&B song.
Who is a pop artist then? Who do you classify personally as a pop artist?
Like the white fucking Miley Cyrus and fucking
white? Oh my God.
Yeah. Like that shit. Like when you say that genre of pop, yes. But like popular music is black people. Like if it's popular and it's popular music just means popular. So that means to the masses.
No, it does not. Pop is a certain sound. Pop has a certain feel to it. There are artists.
And even with that. So Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift, all that shit. And that shit is still country or whatever the fuck, but it's still considered pop music. My point
Taylor Swift ain't been country in a very long time.
She be at the CMAs.
Taylor Swift been making pop music for the past
Country Music Awards.
8 years.
She performed at the Country Music Awards.
Beyonce performed at the Country Music Awards.
But she continuously, she gets awards and all that shit. She's considered a country artist. My point is the genre that you come from, and just because you make it on a large scale. So was Nelly considered just because he was hip, like because he went diamond?
No, Nelly was a rapper.
But he was considered.
He made hip hop music. There's no, I guess if there was a category called hip hop, then yeah. But pop music is pop music is. You're talking
Umbrella.
about
You trying to tell me Umbrella is a pop music song with Jay-Z and Rihanna?
That's definitely not an R&B song.
God,
that's not an R&B song.
Man.
So, okay, let me ask you this. All right,
it may not be a ballad, but it's an R&B song.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. And if you answer it succinctly, I'll leave it alone. There was this big debate with R&B artists such as like Tank and Tyrese and Jay Holiday and Bobby Valentino. Hold on, let me finish. Bobby Valentino. They were talking about how there is no R&B music, how all the R&B artists are dead. What did they mean by that? If R&B is not a particular sound, if all you have to be is black and if you sing it's automatically R&B.
What they're saying is that well, I don't know what they're saying, but what I would imagine that they're getting to is, it's not being, for the masses, it's not being played. Like you can't it's not very often that you hear like R&B the way we grew up on the radio. I think that's what they were speaking to more so than like it being dead.
Tyrese specifically said there is no like R&B. R&B is a particular music, bro. Like what I want you to look that up and then come back to me with your receipts. I'm looking at the internet right now. Like that's just what the title is. Cause like I said, I have receipts. I'm not just going by what I look and feel. Like pop music is a certain type of music. They have the pop charts. I understand what you're saying about when music becomes popular.
That's all pop music
is. It's a crossover.
It's pop music. It's just popular.
Certain sound. All right.
Confession sold 12 million albums. That shit was on G105.
That was an R&B album. It was an R&B album that sold a lot of music. Like, that's it.
So you're trying to say like, that wasn't like an R&B song? That was a pop song?
No, I'm telling you that Usher is an R&B artist.
So
So majority of Usher's songs are R&B songs. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
So what's the difference in Yeah versus like, say Thriller 30 some odd years ago or Bad or something like that? Like, those are.
I'm gonna ask you one question. I'm gonna ask you a question.
They're,
what is Michael Jackson's title? The king of what?
King of pop, but that's again he made pop though. But it's all R&B. All that music is fucking R&B.
So basically, what you're saying, any music that sells a lot is gonna be classified as pop.
Fuck yeah.
And you're saying that pop music does not have a particular sound. We're not talking about albums that are just good and sell a lot. You're talking about there's no such thing as a pop artist.
Not really, because it's all popular. The root word in pop is popular.
Britney Spears. What is Britney Spears?
She's just fucking like white music. Like, I don't know. Like,
white music. She's a pop artist, my nigga. All of this music like, has a certain sound to it.
She's on the other side of the aisle with that shit though. Like, that shit ain't like for us. Like the shit that's
Britney
popular
Spears
for us
was lit as fuck. What the fuck is you talking about?
She wasn't.
Britney Spears was lit as fuck. Like,
yeah, no.
What? I'm a slave for you. Like, you crazy.
Trash.
You crazy. Britney Spears was lit. During her time, if you say you did not like Britney Spears at the height of Britney Spears, you're fucking lying. What is Madonna? Pop.
That shit
what
is
Jason
pop,
Derulo?
It's not our pop, though.
What is Jason Derulo?
He makes fucking, I don't even know.
Pop.
I couldn't even tell you one song.
Pop is a genre of music, and Jason Derulo ain't sold millions upon millions upon millions of albums. He's a pop artist.
He actually has sold quite a bit of albums.
But what I'm saying is, I don't feel like Jason Derulo is a big enough name for him to be just, he's a pop artist. Like, pop has a certain sound. Pop has a certain feel to it. J-Lo, she's pop artist. Is J-Lo R&B artist?
So you're trying to say,
is J-Lo R&B artist?
She's more R&B. I mean, yeah, she makes hip hop R&B music. Yeah, for the most part. Like her best songs are fucking made by Ja Rule and fucking Ashanti. That we all love. That's how she got popular.
Miley Cyrus made a hip hop album. That doesn't make her a hip hop artist, my nigga. Like, just because you have a one off or two off,
either. That's not what I'm saying. That. What I'm saying is their core, their basics of what they do. In all the cases that I mentioned, they're R&B singers. Like, that's what they do. Like, point blank fucking period. Like,
so when you say, let me listen to some R&B, you feel like one of the first people somebody's gonna name is Janet Jackson.
Hell yeah. If you want to hear fucking, That's the Way Love Goes and shit, like, come on, my nigga, let's not do that. Like, she's got an incredible fucking discography of dope ass fucking R&B, slow, chill out music. Come on, man. Get out of here.
Janet Jackson's core is dance music. Like, more up tempo stuff, right?
But she ain't got no like crazy R&B shit. Is what you're trying to tell me? Like,
I'm not saying that she has not made some R&B sounding songs, but what I'm saying is Janet Jackson is a pop artist.
She's a dance artist. I can say that. Yeah.
Michael Jackson is a pop artist. Taylor Swift is a pop artist.
My nigga, Thriller
Rihanna
is a fucking R&B album.
Even Beyonce teeters between R&B and pop.
All R&B.
She can just do a plethora of different music. So you really can't. She's like what y'all like to say an alien. I like to call it a unicorn. Like, Beyonce can pretty much do it all. Everybody ain't as gifted as Beyonce, where you can't really categorize her like that. But nigga, pop has a certain sound. Madonna is a pop R&B artist, and it's not just about color.
That should be like dance music. Dance music is more like that shit. I think that shit is more dancey and shit. Like, that shit ain't no vibe. Like, Michael Jackson, the Thriller, and Off the Wall are fucking vibes. You can play them shits right now and groove and goddamn kick it and enjoy yourself.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. My classification of artists is not saying who's a good artist and who's a bad artist, because all these people we talk about are fucking phenomenal. I'm just talking about the genre of music in which they fucking fall into.
They R&B.
And you're saying,
all of them R&B.
You're saying if you're black, your shit automatically R&B. If you white, your shit is automatically pop. So it's a race thing and not a genre thing.
Didn't say that all the way.
What are you saying? Clarify for me.
All I said was that popular music by black people, especially black singers, originates as R&B. That's it. And it just happens to become on a grand stage and become massively accepted, and it gets labeled pop music. But fucking Michael Jackson is an R&B fucking artist. He started as an R&B artist when he was fucking 4 or 5 years old, and it just so happened that he just got incredibly popular. Diana Ross is fucking can be considered pop music, but what was she doing? Singing fucking Motown's greatest fucking hits. Like, my point is that we are the culture. We make shit. We are considered popular music if you think about it in terms like that. Fucking when fucking Outkast sold goddamn 12 fucking went diamond and sold Speaker Box and Love Below. That shit won't fucking like considered pop fucking music. It was goddamn 3K doing his one too. You know what I'm saying? But it was still fucking rap.
So basically, to sum all that up, pop music is not a genre. That's what you're saying. There's no such thing as pop music. It's just music that sells a lot.
Not for black people. I mean, it's just popular music that this R&B music.
So it is
or
a pop for white people, but it's
scale.
not a pop for black people. I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting what you're
like
saying right.
that white people shit that they do, like the Madonna shit and all that shit. That shit is like their own lane. Like it's like their own R&B. You know what I'm saying?
So it's called white R&B?
I don't know what it's called.
Man.
I guess it's called pop music. I don't know what you want to label it, but it's not like it's not pop music in terms of like, what they try to label Michael Jackson and shit. Nah, that shit, Michael Jackson was just the greatest of all time. And he happened to make the greatest R&B music of all fucking time. Him and Quincy goddamn Jones. For sure.
I definitely think that Michael Jackson is phenomenal. I definitely think that all of the people that we know,
Off the Wall,
some of the white
album.
people, is phenomenal. I definitely wouldn't classify Michael Jackson as R&B like at all. Like in 80% of Michael Jackson's music, I would consider that pop music. I think he became the king of pop for a certain reason. That's why you have the king of R&B and the king of pop and the king and other genres where it's a feel to it. It's a certain vibe to R&B music.
I want to rock with you with a feel. You trying to tell me that's popular music? That's pop
rock
music.
With You is definitely a pop song. For sure. 100%. 100%. Don't make it less dope. It's just make it it's just a certain genre of music. It just make it a genre of music.
Right.
Because I think like I get it. Like you had your feelings about it, but some shit have definitions. Some shit had definitions. Like words mean things.
Yes, it's an R&B fucking song. God damn, that shit is not. Nigga said that shit is not an R&B song.
Nah, rock with you.
I wanna rock with you. Like he's singing the fuck out of that song.
Let me tell you what I think is dope R&B songs. Right?
It's crazy.
Like, it's a lot. Like we said, anything by Tank. Jamie Foxx is R&B. D'Angelo is R&B. John B is R&B. Robin Thicke is R&B. Mary J. Blige is R&B. Jodeci is R&B. Blackstreet is R&B. Like that's R&B. Like that's R&B. So that's blues.
What's different?
What's blues? What's blues? Blues has a certain feel to it, right?
Yeah, but it's still rhythm and blues.
Has a certain feel to it.
Yeah,
pop music has a certain feel to it. Don't make it better or worse. It's just a different feel to it. And you can't just lump everybody black and say you make R&B because your skin is brown.
It's still the basis of what it is singing over fucking like soulful beats. Rock With You is soulful as a motherfucker, my nigga. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I can't. I feel like the artist that you said, like, I'm
talking about like Michael fucking, I wish I knew his fucking middle name. Jackson from Gary, fucking Indiana, with 5 brothers that came up singing.
And his name Joseph Jackson?
I don't know. Good question. Maybe all them niggas named Joseph.
SWV R&B. Tony Braxton
Guess
R&B.
who did a song with
Erykah
fucking SWV?
R&B.
Michael
Usher
Jackson.
R&B.
Michael Jackson.
And again, I'm not saying that Michael Jackson or any of these artists that you name have never made an R&B song, but at their core, that was not the majority of the music that they made. They were classified as pop artists for a reason, because pop music has a certain feel. Like I said, Miley Cyrus made a hip hop album. That don't make her hip hop. Nelly made a country songs. That don't make him country. Majority of the bulk of these people's songs fall into a certain genre.
PYT ain't no fucking Pretty Young Thing. That's not an R&B song. No.
I don't know about that one.
Rock With You. That's Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Nah, bro, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough is definitely not an R&B song. And that's one of my favorite songs.
Human Nature.
Human Nature could be more of an R&B song.
Okay. All right, guys.
Mary J. Blige, In Vogue, Blackstreet, Tony,
You
Genuine,
Rock My World. You
Keith
Rock My
Sweat.
World. Come
That's
on, man.
pop
That
for
nigga's
sure. That
crazy,
was 100% pop. Rock My World. New Edition, Faith, Brandy. This is R&B. Aaliyah. That's R&B music. That's R&B. If you can't look at those people and see the feel that R&B has versus
Remember the time.
Janet Jackson.
Stop
pop.
with the shit, man.
Pop,
Get out of here, man.
Pop.
Do you remember? Are you fucking crazy? Okay. This nigga's nuts.
Did you find anything besides your own ideas? Like, I'm looking at receipts. You got any receipts?
I don't give a fuck what them shit say. I'm telling you
don't
that
care
you a
about
black
what the
person and you know how
real is.
fucking music sounds.
No,
like,
that's
you trying
dumb
to tell me
as
that shit is not
saying that
R&B
you black,
song.
so it's automatically
So
R&B.
you trying to tell me that
That's
shit is
dumb.
not R&B music?
This is what I will give you. I feel like all music derives from black music, right? So if you want to go on that,
This nigga
yes.
said you said Man
If
in the
all
Mirror
music-
ain't fucking R&B. Like, the fuck is
You're
that?
saying what? What?
You said Man in the Mirror ain't fucking R&B.
No, I don't get that R&B. You think because of the subject matter and it's deep that it's R&B?
No, I'm talking about how the song
tempo,
sounds.
the
fuck?
tempo and how it goes, it's a pop song. It'll be no different from a Justin Bieber song. As far as the cadence, the beat, and all of that, like, that's a pop song. That's a pop song. Michael Jackson was the king of pop. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is. I didn't make this stuff up. That's not something I'm making up. I got receipts. I'm telling you what the classifications is here. Like, you don't want to go with the classifications because of how you feel, and that's fine. But it is what it is. I didn't make music. I'm just telling you what the music is. That's all I'm saying. Like, it is what it is, bro. Like, I would love for you to change my mind on that. Does all music come from black music? Yes. Rhythm and blues is the core of almost everything. Yes. Did white people rip off most things? Yes, they did. However, you have certain classifications of music for a reason. It's a feel, it's a vibe, it's a tempo, it's the way that music is delivered. And Michael Jackson was a pop artist. Janet Jackson was a pop artist. These are pop artists. Like, they make pop music. That's just what it is. There are a lot of artists right now that are extremely popular, but you wouldn't call them pop artists. You wouldn't call her a pop artist. You wouldn't call LMA a pop artist because they have R&B
that just happen
music.
to fucking be popular.
They're not pop artists. They're R&B artists.
I just said that. That's exactly what I just said. I said they're R&B artists that are popular with music.
But that's what I'm saying. Pop music, you're giving the classification of pop music is music that has sold a lot of streams or is popular. Now, that's one classification, but when we're talking about the actual genre of pop music, there's actually a genre of pop music. Like, somebody could bring an artist right now in the studio and say, hey, this is my artist. They're a pop artist. We're making pop music. And they haven't sold not one album. They have not sold one album. You can't just say it's pop music. It's only one classification for pop music. Once you sell a lot of albums, you're automatically a pop artist. Like, that's just not how it works. You could be a pop and R&B artist, and your music can make the top whatever record, but that's not going to change the actual genre in which you're classified as. That's all I'm saying. But hey, I'm here. Well, I'm whatever you can provide as evidence, I'm with it. Let me know. I'm with it. We were talking about Missy and her video Vanguard. So just shout out to Missy with the Brown and Proud. You know what I'm saying? I think Missy is well deserved. That's how we got off on this tangent. But Missy definitely deserves that. Missy has made a lot of fucking innovative music videos. And even when Missy didn't have the greatest of song, the video was always popping. Like, she always found a new way to do that shit. Who you think should get video Vanguard next? Like, we got Missy, we got Michael, we got Janet. Who else made dope videos?
Usher, Beyonce, all mad motherfuckers. Usher had some dope videos in the past.
Yeah, Usher had some good videos. Were they innovative? I know Usher has had some great concerts, like, as far as like his staging and all of that. I've been to a couple Usher joints.
Yeah,
that was pretty
he got
good.
mad dope videos.
I'm trying to think of. Oh, I know who I would give a Video Vanguard Award to. I think Black Eyed Peas. They always had very good videos. Like,
yeah, they interesting. Busta should get Video Vanguard. Busta got
I can
crazy
see that.
videos.
Busta.
Shit, Luda had dope videos too.
Luda. You right. Luda had some dope videos. I think that should be next up. I definitely think that Luda and Busta had some very interesting videos because Busta was pretty much, Missy and Busta was still kind of like on the same page as far as like just coming up with like crazy shit. Mm-hmm. Like in videos that, you know, you have people talk about, cause videos can get very boring. You know what I'm saying? You can have so many videos with niggas rapping in front of cars. You know what I'm saying? And doing shit like that. But, you know, nowadays I don't think they spend as much. Like, I grew up in the time where they had the $1 million video.
Shout out
like
to The Baby be having some crazy videos too. That nigga, he got his whole little team. That nigga videos be dope. I fuck with his shit.
Yeah,
to not have $1 million budgets, but like he always got a camera crew. Like he has a permanent camera crew that records every moment of his life. Like, you know what I mean? Like while he's out and about and shit. So them niggas is dope. He got like, I think like 3 or 4 little niggas that just literally record him in mad different angles and shit all the time. So they always like, damn, they're making videos and shit. You know what I mean? Smart as fuck.
Video documentation, I think is super dope. I would love to just be able to watch certain shit in my life. Like, like some shit come to you that you ain't thought about in fucking years, or you forgot that even happened. Like, damn, like, you done lived a lot of life and you probably remember like 5% of that shit.
Yeah, I don't be remembering none of that shit.
Damn, man.
Unless it was some pivotal, you know, shit, like some real shit. But like just on some everyday shit, that shit be wild.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be like, damn, I want to remember this shit. And then I'm drunk. So there goes that out the window. Mm-hmm. You ready to get into some little shit?
Hell yeah.
All right. Little shit is our pop culture segment where we talk about all the fuck shit on your timeline. What is your vice of choice today, Mr.
I'm on drugs, man. I got really wasted over the weekend and still somewhat recuperating from that shit. So I'm not drinking until this coming weekend. We have a cookout. Shout out to my dog Carmen. Annual year-end cookout type shit, or summer cookout.
Nice. I love a good cookout. I'm drinking, but I'm drinking very lightly because I am going to a tequila festival this weekend. So I'm really trying not to drink because, well, I'm drinking Jack and Coke for those of y'all who interested. Jack and Ginger, I'm sorry. But tequila is one of those things like you got to be in the mood for it. And tequila takes you to a whole nother place. So I want everybody to send up prayers. Right. I might wake up on the other side of the border on Sunday. So, but yeah, I wanted to go to this tequila fest. So hopefully it's lit and, hopefully it's not a bunch of trash tequila. It's supposed to be a bunch of different tequila. So, I can't do bottom shelf liquor, man. Like, there was some bottom shelf liquor that came up during the cookout the week before the backyard day party. And I was like, yeah, you shouldn't even brought this, bro. Like, don't be bringing that bottom shelf shit. Just bring a 6-pack of beer. Right. I'd rather you bring some beer than that, cause ain't nobody really trying to die, man. But we gonna raise our cups and raise our bud to the Nicki Minaj show. So y'all know, anytime Nicki Minaj shows up, it's always a lot going with it. Jesus Christ. But what we can say is the girl is entertaining. Whether you're annoyed and entertained, you're hype and entertained, she gonna give you some shit to talk about. Now, Nicki Minaj returned with the 15th episode of Queen Radio, which she's celebrating her 1-year anniversary, which is weird. Don't even seem like that long ago that Queen came out and pseudo flopped. But Nicki Minaj had Joe Budden and the Joe Budden podcast on her show, which includes, Rory and Mal, in the studio. Nicki Minaj set the record straight with Joe about the organic nature of, Hot Girl Summer that was coming, and it's out now. After her and Meg Thee Stallion, went live on Instagram. Now, her and Meg Thee Stallion went live on Instagram, and Meg talked about how Nicki was the GOAT, and, Nicki ate that up, and, they decided to, do this Hot Girl Summer album together. Meg was already coming out with that. It features Ty Dolla $ign. But I'm assuming the way that they want us to think it happened was that after this conversation, they decided Meg stalled the album for another week and let Nicki get on the album.
Is it the album or is it a song?
The song on the track. It's one song.
Gotcha.
Single. So Joe had his opinions about that rollout and the hype around the record, basically alluding that it was already planned and this was just a part of a rollout. Then the conversation shifted and they started talking about Nicki Minaj and Cardi on Motorsport, and Nicki called out Joe. I know that B Hill and I are listeners of the Joe Budden podcast. B's probably a little more avid in recent times.
Queen Radio though.
Yeah. Well, I don't have Apple Music, so
I got it and don't listen to it.
But we are avid listeners of the Joe Budden podcast, and Joe always has some very hot takes. And I'll let B give like a little bit of history. Joe, I think, B has probably followed Joe for way longer than I have, in his history of, just commentary and internet shit, and kind of being the first guy to kind of document a lot of things and have a web show and kind of all of those things. But Joe replied with the question of his own, asking if Nicki and Cardi was trading shots on the Motorsport album. Now Nicki ignored the question pretty much, and Nicki fired back at Joe Budden and accused her of being on drugs and pills all last summer. And Joe said, your entire album did that. Your past is littered with it. Who the fuck? Why didn't, hold on, I'm sorry. Don't sit there and act like you never popped the pill. Sorry, I lost my spot, guys. Don't sit there and act like you never popped the pill. Nicki replied with a very interesting quote that was interesting to me. I don't know if everybody caught it, but she was like, "Are you fucking dumb?" Which is is a Remy quote. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I found that funny. She probably didn't even realize what she was doing. She asked him, is he dumb? She said, you like tearing down women when they can't defend themselves. And then she cut off Joe Budden's mic. Things was getting too spicy out there, and Joe tweeted out the word spicy after she cut him off, but she continued to let Mal and Rory, kind of play mediator in that situation, which was very interesting to me. She said that Joe's always thinking that he's the smartest person in the room. Then later on, Nicki turned around and asked Joe if they were still doing the Joe Budden podcast, which I can't wait to hear tomorrow. Nicki called Joe one of the gatekeepers and said that Joe started the Nicki Minaj hate train. So as y'all know, Nicki Minaj been talking about like this, everybody been against Nicki and everybody teaming up to be against her. And she says, if I don't defend myself, then he's right. If I do defend myself, I'm an angry black woman. But then after she said that, she took time to take shots at Cardi. She says, I still had to go through these things because people like you made a sport out of tearing a young black woman who has done nothing in this game but come up with authentic things, writing her own raps and doing what the fuck is necessary. No Instagram, no reality shows, no sucking DJs' dicks. That was a clear shot at Cardi. Meanwhile, Cardi posted herself on her Instagram and put a quote from that song with her and Offset Clout that said they using her for clickbait. Meanwhile, while all of this is going on, Cardi's verse was okay, but that song overall, the pits. Meanwhile, while that's going on, Trina's cousin, Bobby Lights, and Trina's A&R is talking about how fake Nicki is and how Nicki was supposed to push the Baps album with Trina and Nicki that came out, but Nicki actually dropped the Megatron on the day that Trina's album was supposed to come out. Bobby Light said he's tired of, being nice because y'all support the queen. Trina just try to be nice all the time and not gonna speak up. But basically the A&R and Bobby Lights was talking about how Nicki is basically like this fake bitch. Now, with all that being said, I want to talk about one thing first, right? B, what do you feel about the Hot Girl Summer record?
Oh, it's cool. I like it.
You like
dope.
it?
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah, I mean, it's, fucking Cool Herc. Goddamn,
Juicy J?
Furious
Oh,
Five.
you talking about Meg with a
Yeah, Meg. Meg
she didn't do a
Furious.
lot of that on that album. She
Yeah.
didn't do a lot of that on that track.
But it's cool. It's straight. I like it. I mean, Nicki got a heart, I mean, it's dope. I don't dislike it at all.
I think so. For me, I think the verses were cool. I'm not a huge fan of the song. Now, let me give a little bit of reason why. If that was just like a song that was on the album, like, it would be cool. But we're talking about Hot Girl Summer. This song was like super fucking R&B with Ty Dolla $ign on the hook.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, me, while I was waiting for this Hot Girl Summer album, like, we thinking about the songs that ruled the summer as far as Hot Girls and City Girls, right? So they used the City Girls, the City Girls hook for the Hot Girl Summer song, Real Ass Bitch Give a Fuck About a Nigga, right? That's a hype song. I'm thinking we about to come out with a song that's gonna end the summer, that girls gonna be fucking twerking to, and like just more, I guess more of an upbeat type song, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm just like, if it's a Hot Girl Summer song, like, I feel like it would have been a great chance to just put all girls on the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have had, like, I feel like if you're going to use the City Girls hook, then you could have put Carisha, aka Young Miami, on there. Shout out to Young Miami, because she was shot at and she is pregnant. So that was crazy.
Yeah, it sucks.
Glad everything okay with that. But it definitely got to make you, think about life and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And she pregnant. So I know that was super scary, but I felt like that could have been a chance to just make it like a female anthem, kind of like, in the vein of like a ladies' night or something like that. Like, it's Hot Girl Summer. Put all girls on the bitch, have them turning up, have them spitting that hot shit. Like I said, I think the verses were cool. I think the song is straight. But I think what the song was supposed to symbolize, it didn't quite hit how I thought it was gonna hit. Like, if you think about like City Girls, Act Up, Sweetie, My Type, all the Meg Thee Stallion songs that came out, they had a certain type of vibe to them. And I just didn't think this one like kind of hit the vibe of what I wanted. I see that the internet is pushing it. So I think like overall, I think like women love Meg. You know what I'm saying? So whatever Meg put out right now is kind of gonna hit. But I just thought it would be just a little bit more like up tempo. Do you think of any other women you think would have been on the song, or you think like with the Ty Dolla $ign and the R&B kind of feel to it, like it would have been all right?
Any other women? I don't know. I mean, I think it was dope. I don't know.
Because there's a lot of female rappers out right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A whole fucking bunch of them.
And even if you wanted like an R&B kind of hook, you could have put a female on that hook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. That shit, I can't really call it right now, but I like the song. Shit dope.
Yeah.
I'm always down for some Ty Dolla $ign.
You know I love Ty Dolla $ign, so this is never a shot at Ty Dolla $ign. Ty Dolla $ign is my nigga. Ty Dolla $ign, The Dream, and Neo is my niggas when it comes to writing songs, being on hooks of songs, like all that shit. Them my niggas. So Ty Dolla $ign, no shade to you. Just thinking what a Hot Girl Summer. Like, it didn't give me Hot Girl Summer. It gave me, we about to get into cuffing season. Like, we about to get into cuffing season. I mean, and you had two bitches on there that's cuffed. So, it might be hard for them to do a Hot Girl Summer song, right now at the stages in which they are in. Yo, they said Moneybag Yo and Meg look like fucking Bert and Ernie. Now I can't unsee it.
Oh yeah, that shit is funny.
I can't unsee it.
Funny looking nigga, man.
Moneybag looked like he had all silver teeth growing up. Like, he looked like Young Thug daughter.
That nigga look crazy. He look wild. He look like Mike Myers. That nigga look like Mike Myers.
He do look like Mike Myers. He do look like Mike Myers. Do you think, as far as like Meg and Nicki kind of coming together and like Joe's conspiracy theory around it being planned and shit like that, what are your thoughts around that?
I mean, everything is by design. You know what I'm saying? It may have come, as quick as it was on a fucking FaceTime. I mean, or whatever the fuck they went on live or whatever the fuck the name of that shit was. But, I mean, Nicki definitely needed some love. You know what I mean? She definitely was cooling off out here as far as her shit go. And, and missed the train in terms of like getting with the new rappers and shit. And, it was an opportunity, a prime opportunity, because there's so many new rappers, but to get with the hottest new rapper, missing the boat with Cardi, I think. So it might have been 50-50. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that, I feel like Nicki is very emotional, but she's very calculated, right? I don't think anything that Nicki does, I feel like if Nicki wouldn't have gotten this reputation, what she has gotten currently with wanting to be the queen, not wanting anybody to surpass her, feeling away when other female rappers are coming up. I think she definitely feels a way about that. I think that she was given this title of not working well with others. So I think that is very calculated, because if we think about who's up next, Meg is definitely up next. Like, it was Nicki, now it's then Cardi, now Meg is next up. Like, so all of these other women have done this whole, and Meg is I think she did the song with Trina, because Trina is the only female rapper, or one of the few female rappers that kind of support Nicki. So it's like a calculated move to do that song with Trina, right? But then when we talk about like Meg, if you follow Meg on Instagram, which I do, Meg pretty much has every female on her Instagram having them drive the boat off some hot girl shit, whatever. Like, Meg seems like a kind of a genuine soul, you know what I'm saying, in regards to that, as of right now, where she stands, her position in the game. I think that Nicki was like, if I'm going to get this title off of me, because people were starting to dislike Nicki, and like you said, Nicki was cooling off out here, right? Like, Nicki was getting to a point where she was becoming kind of annoying. Like, niggas won't really fuck with her like that. She dropping like the Megatron shit and all that, and that's why she like, it's the Nicki hate train. But what everybody gotta understand is what comes up must come down. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you gotta hit rock bottom, but you're not gonna be white hot like you were all the time. You know what I'm saying? I think Nicki can't really process that. I think the fact that as long as a female rapper is kissing Nicki's ass, because you had Meg like, oh, you the GOAT, like da-da-da. Nicki eating that shit up. Trina, you the GOAT, da-da-da-da-da. Nicki eating that shit up. If you not there to kiss Nicki ass, she really can't really process what you saying. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like this shit. I feel like her hopping on the track may not have been planned, but I think it was very calculated that she asked to get on that Instagram live with Meg. Like, she know what she doing. She not slow. I feel like if Nicki could have it her way, she would just put out her music and be with whatever nigga she with at the time. Like, that's it. Like, Nicki don't have a lot of female friends. You don't see Nicki with no bitches. Like, you've never really seen Nicki with bitches like that. You saw her with Amber Rose, and that fizzled out. They had a falling out. Then you saw her with Rihanna. That shit fell out. She was real pressed to kind of be Beyonce BFF. Beyonce kind of did shit with her, but kind of kept her at a distance. And then she got salted when Beyonce and Cardi was seen together. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Charlamagne made a very good point this morning when he said, Nicki, we don't want you to become the rap Monique.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like that was one of the most accurate things that Charlamagne has said, like, in a while, because you come off bitter and people were starting to dislike you based on your personality, not necessarily based on your talent or your music or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Nicki also said that she's going to be married in the next 80 days. Do you think, relationship status?
Cancer diagnosis.
Right. They keep, so they went and got
number.
They went in, her and whatever the nigga name, Kenny, whatever his name is, the ex-con dude, like they went and got, a marriage license. But according to Nicki, you only have like 90 days, I guess, in New York. I've never been married, so maybe you can provide some insight on that.
Nah, I can't.
Nicki says that you have 90 days after you get your marriage license to actually, you know, have like some type of ceremony or whatever the case may be. So the first one ran out when she was out of town, out the country or something like that. So now they have another one. Basically, they have 80 days to get married. So left. So I'm assuming she got it about 10 days ish ago. And they have 80 days left. So she said by the time her next project come out, they will be married. You know, relationship status can affect an artist's music. Do you think that it will impact Nicki's music at all?
I mean, she always been in a relationship, so
I think marriage is a different one. I think she's gonna try to get pregnant as soon as she gets married too. That's my prediction.
She should. She old, so
yeah, she getting older. Yeah. She getting older, but you know, you can always freeze your eggs, and you can always, is motherfuckers 50 getting pregnant. You know what I mean? Because
I can only imagine that shit is probably pretty trash to be 50 and pregnant. So you might want to get that shit done now.
Listen, then. Yeah, I can't imagine, because I can't imagine being pregnant, period. So, but you know, women in their biological clocks, they don't really care about timing, like long as they get, you know, what they need. But
I'm gonna be old. You're damn 70 when your kids, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. You better have them. Like,
I mean, men do it all the time, though. Men do it all the time. Yeah. Men have kids. I have a friend who dad had when he was 55.
Yeah, that spunk don't dry up before a woman. Like, there's a lot to it for, like, it ain't shit for a man to have a baby. A woman to be 45, 50 and shit like that. Like, that's you ain't no spring chicken. That shit is a lot. Like pushing out a fucking child and carrying a child and all that shit that comes with it.
Yeah. I can't imagine it at 20. Definitely couldn't imagine it at 50.
Exuberance behind that.
Hey, whatever you want to do, you do. Can't nobody tell you what the fuck to do with your body. If that's what you want to do, if that's what you want to put your 50-year-old body through, as long as your baby is come out healthy, I mean, it is what it is. I personally can't imagine it because I don't have that gene. I wasn't built with a biological clock. So, I can't really imagine it, especially being pregnant at fucking 40, 45, 50. Like, that shit is crazy. But, hey, do what you do, but I definitely feel like Nicki's like 36 or something like that. I definitely feel like she's gonna try to get pregnant like ASAP. I would love to see what Nicki as a mother look like, because some people are just women with children. That don't mean they mothers. Like I said, everybody don't have that thing built there where they're just good parents, period. I don't even want to just put it on women. Like, some people are just people with kids. They ain't parents. Like, they're just people with kids. But I'm interested to see how that shit, air out. So Nicki, Queen Radio, episode 15. Is it lit or shit, Mo?
It's 15 and you at year anniversary. You do them shits like super randomly.
She doing when she got something to promote, pretty much.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much. Ain't no consistency.
I guess it's lit. Fuck it.
I think it's lit because she always gives us a fucking show. I'm just waiting till next week when we report that Cardi done rolled up on her and threw another fucking shoe at her. Cause, Cardi don't feel like Cardi didn't change yet. Cardi still be wanting smoke and shit. So we'll see what happens with that. So that is lit for me. So I want to talk about how, financier and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, worth $500 million, committed suicide. For y'all who don't know, back in April 2005, in Palm Beach, Florida, they were investigating, Epstein after a parent complained he molested their 14-year-old daughter. In 2008, some other shit happened where he went to jail for a little while, in regards to, molesting some other 14-year-olds. And then he was arrested again on July 6, 2019 on federal charges for sex trafficking, which is a whole different type of ball game, in Florida and New York. So he was sentenced then, or he went to jail in July 6th. 3 weeks, after that, he was found unconscious in his cell with injuries around his neck, and he was on suicide watch. And that suicide watch lasted 6 days. And then 6 days after the suicide watch ended, he was allegedly found dead. I don't have a lot to say about this except for I'm going into conspiracy theory land. Do you feel like he is actually dead?
They put that, somebody said it on the Breakfast Club today, and I was like, that actually would not be far-fetched, at all. Cause when you got them M's, and cause they were saying, like, I think somebody, like a DCC or somebody that worked at the prison prior, said there's no way that he could, have committed suicide on suicide watch. Like, if they have you on suicide watch, you're not dying. So that nigga probably somewhere in a damn trunk somewhere. Well, he probably where his destination now, but I'm pretty sure he probably rolled out as in the morgue or some stupid shit like Eddie and Martin did in fucking life.
Listen, when this news first came out, the way that it came out, when I shared this information, I was like, nah, I don't think he did. Like, that's too easy. You got too much money. You got too much money to not try to El Chapo your way out some shit. Like, it don't take much to buy a motherfucker. Right. You know what I'm saying? It don't take, you got 500 M's. Like, I give a nigga 5 million. I give a nigga 10 million, 50 million. I'ma still have bread to get me out this situation. All you gotta do is pay a guard some slight shit to get you out of here. Like, I just feel like a man with that much money, he ain't going out like that. Because I don't feel like something like this would be so embarrassing for him when he's already been arrested twice on similar charges. But he did know information about other motherfuckers that supposedly was a part of this sex trafficking ring. Allegedly the Clintons, you know, and some others. So it's two conspiracy theories going on here. It's one, he was killed because he knew this information. And the second one is that he's not really dead. We haven't seen nobody, XYZ. And, you know, I know enough about what's going on that it wouldn't take much to fake the death of somebody we not really checking for. It's not like you know what I mean? It's not like you Tupac somewhere, like, right. Everybody looking for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could easily go get some plastic surgery and he over in another country chilling, like, for the rest of his life, fucking 14-year-olds. Yeah. Yeah. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? And even on the flip side of that, they're saying he knew people's information. I feel like if you know high level information like that about presidents and shit like that, B613 gonna get you out of there. Like, we just don't need you to say nothing. We need to get you the fuck up out of here. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily believe that this man is dead, to be completely honest, man. I really don't believe that. Jeffrey Epstein being dead, is that little shit? I
don't know. I guess I don't really want to celebrate motherfucker dying, but if he's accused of what he's been accused of, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, you know, we have really different philosophies on that. I don't really give a fuck if bad motherfuckers are dead. You just, I think of the greater good. Like, if you really are dead, that's what's up. You going to hell. You made a lot of innocent lives fucked up that motherfuckers are gonna deal with until the day that they die. They gotta live with that hell every day on earth. So I don't really give a fuck about him being dead if he is really dead. I think that if he is in fact dead and he took the coward way out of it, fuck it, you going to hell anyway. I think that is lit. Right? So just recently today, information came out that Jay-Z is partnering with the NFL on music and social justice strategies. The NFL signed a deal with Jay-Z's entertainment Rock Nation. And he is the live music entertainment strategist. Jay-Z and Rock Nation will consult on entertainment, including the Super Bowl halftime show, and also contribute to the NFL's activism initiative to inspire change. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said that we don't want people to come in and necessarily agree with us. We want people to come in and tell us, what we can do better. How do you feel about Hov's partnership when last year he was very dead set against the NFL and Cap not playing and what the NFL stood for, XYZ? How you feeling about all that?
That's a great, King Nipsey said, it's the spook by the door, it's the infiltration. Pretty sure he's got a plan up his sleeve, and he's going to do some things that are going to be, earth-shattering, monumental, as Jay's, historically known for. So I think, if you know anything about the spook by the door, it's a book, about a cop that, the FBI hired to infiltrate gangs and shit like that, but it was like it reversed on them or whatever. But anyway, I don't know if it was FBI. It was either FBI or CIA. But anyway,
okay,
that's what I think about with Hov. I think he's going to infiltrate the ranks and get some shit moving. If anybody can do it, he's got the mind to do it. So
yeah, I think that if Hov can get some traction, I think that would be good if we can actually see some type of change. I think that, ulterior motives here. I think that the NFL benefits from having a voice like Hov to get the black people who were boycotting the NFL, such as myself, to get back on. I don't know, personally, how I feel about the NFL, right? Right now. And I think that I think that really it's not even necessarily the NFL, for me at this moment as the entire league, because white people gonna white. However, I do feel a way because I feel like my team personally was the spearheaded a lot of this shit. A lot of the negativity, the Cowboys was one of the main teams that was talking that fuck shit. And because of last year, I've been a Cowboy fan for 35 years. You know what I'm saying? As long as I can remember, being a little kid. I've been a Cowboy fan, and last year when, Jerry Jones had, Dak Prescott looking like a damn puppet and all this fuck shit, you know what I'm saying? It just put a bad taste in my mouth. And I kind of feel like I want to be able to try my best to engage with the NFL again, but I feel like it's kind of like a relationship that I had. We broke up. And now I realize that life ain't so bad without you. You know what I'm saying? You ever be with somebody and you see you envision this future or whatever the case may be, or they're so ingrained in your life that you can't imagine life without them. And then once you don't have them no more, you kind of realize yeah, I really don't miss you like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I am right now with the upcoming NFL season. As much as I love Hov, and I know that Hov, I have faith that Hov is going to try to, put in some good work and create change. I just feel like for my team personally, I feel like if I'm watching, I'll be watching kind of half-heartedly, cause you watching somebody that really ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Even if the NFL changed, Jerry Jones is one of the pure racists.
Why don't you just come to the side of the Panthers? We'd love to have you.
No, I would never change up. I would just wouldn't do it at all. And, you know what I mean? Cam and his cross-dressing. But what I do say is when I can't root for the Cowboys, I do root for places that I've lived. So I do root for the Panthers or the Falcons.
Keep pounding. I have some type Fuck the Falcons. Keep pounding.
But it'll be interesting for me to see kind of if my feelings change or if the NFL can do enough brainwash marketing, to make me think that there's some change. But like I said, it's not really about the NFL at this point. It's about literally my team. I feel like y'all a bunch of fuck boys, and it's hard
Dak
for me
about to give them that goddamn. Zach told him fuck y'all niggas. Said y'all niggas trying to pay me $30 million. I want 40 fucking million. Shout out to Dak. You a bitch ass nigga, but
he is a bitch ass nigga. But yeah, man. So Hov with the NFL is lit as shit.
Lit.
I think if he can impact change, I think that it's lit. I don't foresee Hov being somebody who's an opportunist. So just based on my loyalty to Hov and what I know about Hov, I'm gonna say that it's lit tentatively. You ready to give out some advice, Dr. Bill?
Let's get it.
All right. Let's tell them what's up. We about to get into Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. Ain't Shit in 2 Cents is our listener letter segment where we give advice to listeners who clearly don't care about taking advice from people who are on Jack and Coke and on drugs. So
finest of drugs.
The finest of drugs. More than a gram. More than a gram.
About a gram.
About a gram? All right. Got you. So I want to give a shout out to Tika J because Tika J followed up. She follows instructions. Thank you for following up. If y'all remember the last episode, Tika J, lent her mom, $200. And, her mom didn't pay her back, and called her aunt, and her aunt called her and told her that she was ungrateful. So Tika J hit us back and said, OMG, y'all were so right. My mom hit me the other day asking if I could loan her $75 because she was short on her rent, like she had memory loss. I didn't even mention the fact that she just stiffed me on $200, but she ain't slow. She knows. I was super dry and told her I didn't have it to spare. Then I said, ask my aunt. She caught the shade and said, yeah, all right. I went right back to eating my McFlurry. That was the funny part to me. I don't know why. Just eating a McFlurry is funny. I went right back to eating my McFlurry. She is not convicted. She's not evicted. So I assume she found it from someplace. It actually felt good standing up to my mom. Like you said, Fresh, we are all adults and we all deserve respect. Thank you guys for reading my letter. I'm hype. Thank you, Tika, for following up.
Thanks for listening. As always. Thanks for writing in. And,
yes, thanks for following up.
McFlurry was good.
Right.
Straight out of 2004.
Right. I was like, damn, is McFlurry still something? However, you're talking to a person that has issues with milk sometimes, so I don't be out just getting McFlurries.
Was fire though. I mean, this
was willy-nilly.
This was fire. I used to work at McDonald's, nigga. Them, they had the special spoon and shit that you put it.
Yeah, McFlurry. Do they still have that shit?
Beats me. Put Oreos and them fucking M&Ms in that bitch. Fire. I used to work in that motherfucker. I used to eat all that shit.
You used to be making special joints though?
Hell yeah. Nigga,
with M&Ms and Oreos and Reese's Pieces?
And Heath bars. I like
Heath. We on the same page with
Heath. Heath is underrated.
Heath is underrated.
Heath bars.
McDonald's had like this international menu or something.
You remember the salads? Remember the shake salads?
Yep. Salad shakers, you put it was in a cup.
Yeah,
and
like
you put the motherfucking ranch in it.
Yeah.
Shake the bitch up
like a margarita.
Right. Like a Chili's margarita. Yeah, you right.
That was actually a pretty innovative idea though.
No, I feel like they should bring that back because I be eating that at work and shit.
Yeah, like, hit that motherfucker like if we rolling some dice. They should get with a shake weight back in the day.
Oh man, you remember shake weights was your shit.
That was your shit.
That was your shit. You love talking about shake weight.
That was your shit. You always say talking about shake weights. That's how
that was definitely your shit.
Nah.
Hey y'all, if y'all think who got a kick out of talking about fucking shake weight, B.O.B., y'all already know. We ain't even got to debate this.
You used to call shit shake weight music.
Yeah. Like, he make that shake weight music. Hey, that's funny as shit. Hey, we go back a long fucking time. Mm-hmm.
It's a relationship.
Y'all under 30 might not even know what the fuck we talk about with a fucking shake weight. Shake weight was what? 90s is a bitch, right?
What was that shit supposed to work?
It was supposed to,
that shit definitely wasn't the 90s.
It was supposed to work your muscles and your flabby underarm part.
Oh yeah. That was the 2000s, my nigga. That's when we worked at Blue Cross.
I feel like shake weight was when we worked together at the other job.
Nah, it was Blue Cross. For sure.
Really? It could have been.
It definitely was. We used to I am about it. That's all I know.
Who used to eat I am about it? You or me?
You.
That's what you gonna do, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, B phony as a mug, man. He knows Shake Weight was his shit, man.
That's entirely
that's
not
super
true.
funny. Hey, tell us about Shake. Hey, I would just let it slide. Let me see when Shake Weight came out.
Like 04, 05, maybe 06, maybe.
Shake Weight, a bonafide dumbbell. Nah, this shit can't be right, bro. You gotta give us something more than this. Cause this shit given, 2009.
Told you. Yeah. That shit was, 2009 was fucking 10 years ago. So. Yeah,
I feel like Shake Weight was a 90s thing, but maybe, it's saying something else. So they say Shake Weight made about $40 million. I'll sell a motherfucking Shake Weight.
Yeah.
Hey, that's funny as shit. All right, let's get to today's letter, man. We off on a tangent. It says, and this one's a little bit deeper. So put your deep thought hat on.
Oh, shit.
Right. This is not a fun one. Not saying that y'all gotta just send us fun stuff. I'm just getting him prepared. It says, hi shit show. Happy 2-year anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you. I was put on about 6 months ago and I go back and listen to the older shows while at work. I wanted to know if y'all can help me. I took a job in Florida 2 years ago. I didn't know many people in Florida except my brother's ex-girlfriend. They did end on the best of terms because my brother did her dirty, but she always seemed pretty cool. I reached out to ask her about places to live in Florida and she actually offered her place. She has a 2-bedroom condo and she said that she would love some help on the mortgage. We are not friends, but I didn't know anyone else in Florida, so I agreed to stay. She works at night as a nurse and I work a regular 9 to 5, so we rarely see each other, which is all good to me. Fast forward to a year and a half later, her mom passes away and she starts to slip into a depression. She started missing work and drinking heavily. I understand that people grieve differently, but I'm starting to worry. I find multiple alcohol bottles in the trash and she rarely has company, so I'm assuming that she's drinking alone. I came home a few weeks back and she was passed out in the car in front of the building. I asked her if she was okay and if she needed anything regarding her situation as a whole, but she said no. I'm really starting to worry about her, not only because she hurt herself, but also patients at the hospital. I don't see how she is masking the fact that she is drunk at work. We cool, but I don't really know her friends or her family like that. I could reach out to my brother, but I'm not sure if I want to put him in her business. I really don't know what to do to help her. What do y'all think? And this is from Kendra.
What's the next letter? God damn.
And no next letter. This is the
Can
one.
we fast
right?
forward to next week? Man.
Yeah, this deep, man. I was like,
Shit.
Yeah.
Heavy.
What you think
So
about that? Heavy.
Shit, man. I mean, if you feel like it's an issue, I think, you should maybe light some candles and do a fucking, intervention. I don't fucking know.
Oh, man.
I know I'm trying to be funny, but I wasn't.
Oh, man. You trying to lighten the mood?
Yeah, man. Shit's heavy. It's a podcast. I don't want to hear that shit.
Don't do that.
Nah,
don't do our fans like that, man.
But nah, fucking, I guess I would say, yeah, just, rap with it like, yo, I know we ain't like the closest of close, but I noticed, that you got some shit going on, you know what I'm saying? And, since your mom passed, I could tell, and it's been a decline. Did you want to talk about it? And did you need some assistance or some help or anything I can help you with? And then, I mean, I don't know, cause that shit tough. I mean, I guess, just from a caring aspect, just, being human, you don't want to see somebody spiral out. But, I would just I think for me personally, I think it starts with a conversation initially, just to kind of, air it out and address any issues that may, obviously seem to be lingering. And then see if, you can help her out and maybe get her out on, maybe do some stuff with her or some shit and become her friend. You know what I mean? Maybe she clearly needs something or somebody, at this particular time. So, try to just be that crutch that she may need. And then, if she declines, then, I mean, all you can do is what you've done. You know what I mean? You can try and, I don't really know what else to say, I guess, like outside of maybe referring her to some counseling or some shit, like some grief counselors, and see if, I mean, most jobs have it. Most employers have like EPA or whatever that shit is called.
True. That's very true.
But I mean, I don't know if you can call her job and tell her, because that's kind of like blowing the whistle on her. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a tough, precarious position to be put in, but I guess, like I said, just start with a conversation first and then kind of gauge it from there, and then go that route.
Yeah, I'm
sad.
I think that, when I picked this letter up, I was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hard situation to be in, because one, this is not a person that you are friends with, or not. Y'all might be cool in a sense, you know what I'm saying, but it's not like somebody that you can really be like, look, I care about you, like, let me help you, whatever. Y'all kind of have a roommate-ish, seem like, type situation here. I think that you should definitely recommend to her, like, EAP, or reach out to some counselors. When I saw Florida, I don't know what part of Florida, because you didn't say, but I thought about one of our podcast guests, Tam, who is a licensed therapist in Florida. But one of the things that Tam does, and I know that is very popular right now, is basically like services like Squarespace and shit like that, where you don't have to actually go into a therapist's office in order to like talk to them. I know that, but you can definitely reach out to Lynn Therapy, on Instagram. I'm not sure if Tam has a website yet, but if not her, anybody, like, recommend like a therapist to her, like, figure out some type of intervention, like me, and like the type of work that I do. Like, I'm thinking about as well, like, it would be fucked up on my conscience if I knew she going to work and something happened to somebody because the fact that she's drunk. But I've also known a lot of functioning alcoholics.
Yeah.
Right?
Nurse Jackie.
Who? Nurse Jackie?
It's a TV show. It was a good TV show.
She was a functioning alcoholic.
Pillhead. She used to pop mad fucking perks and shit. It's Edie Falco from Sopranos fame. It was a good show. That shit went on for like 10 years. A really good show.
Okay. I don't know if I know that junk.
Word?
But
Nurse Jackie was dope. First like 5 or 6 seasons were good, then it got weird.
Yeah, like, so it's kind of like, you could definitely, like, it's kind of hard because you don't want to report somebody and get them in trouble, but it's kind of like, what's the greater good? But also, if she get in trouble, you know what I mean, then she ain't got no job and y'all ain't got no place to live. But, it's kind of like, this is a hard one. That's why I was like, yo, put your thinking cap on and figure this out. I would definitely try to find people that she's close to. Like you said, your brother may know of who her friends are. If you've met some of her friends, and you can contact them by way of like Instagram or, some type of social media where you may not have like their direct number or something. But I think she definitely needs some support. And if it's just y'all two, I'm just going to make an assumption that maybe she doesn't have a lot of family in Florida either. So you might need to make her family aware and figure out how you can make her family aware so that they can do some type of proper intervention before it gets too bad. Like, I know how I felt when my dad passed away, and I know how I felt when my granddad and especially like my grandmother passed away. And like my grandmother, was like my second mom. So I can't even wrap my head around my mother passing away. You know what I'm saying? So I know that has to be super duper hard to process, and we don't want things to get worse where she gets into a car accident or injures herself or injures somebody else. So my advice would be to find a way to reach out. I know you don't want to put your brother in her business, but you may need to reach out to your brother just to figure out some contacts. If they were in a legit relationship, then he should know somebody that she knows. You know what I'm saying? That he can connect you to or tell you how to find that person. But yeah, that's really all I got. Anything else for Kendra B?
That's all I got.
Yeah, Kendra, like, let us know. I know that's a hard situation that you in. Let us know how that goes. And like I said, reach out to somebody and figure that out. Cause that's a hard spot to be in, where you don't want to get someone in trouble, but the type of work that they do, they can also hurt themselves or somebody else. Get somebody the wrong medication or the wrong IV drip or I don't know, some shit. And somebody dies because, you know, things have, you know, a snowball effect, you know? So, but listen, if y'all want some advice from us, write into the anxioushow@gmail.com, and that's the X for the I, baby, and your letter may get read on the show.
Yeah.
B, you ready to get into some lighter topics and some free smoke?
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all, listen, check on your strong friends. I just want to end it with that. Check on your strong friends, man. Just because everything seem okay and the Instagram look popping, check on your strong friends, man. Like, straight up. See what they need. You know what I'm saying? We about to get into free smoke, and free smoke is where we talk about hot button personal topics. It could be anything from politics to petty. And today, we just want to talk about things that's going on with music and music debates and things of that nature. Glad we are on a lighter subject, because I actually had a different topic for free smoke, and I switched it up because that letter was just so heavy, and I definitely wanted to address that letter because we don't do a lot of super heavy stuff. Recently, Rick Ross album came out. Chance album came out. Drake had a repackaged sort of album that came out. Rick Ross sold 80,000, Drake 105, and Chance 108. And so out of these albums, what do you think about each of these albums?
I ain't listening to Chance shit.
You ain't listening to Chance?
Nah,
yeah, okay.
No. Won't probably
not a Chance fan? You're not a Chance fan?
I actually have some Chance music on my phone. I don't know what the name of the shit is. One of them shits. It's actually pretty dope, but no, I don't know. I didn't really plan on listening to it.
Okay.
But no, Raw shit was dope. I really enjoyed that. The Care Package shit, or take whatever the fuck the shit Drake shit was. That shit was
Care
dope.
Package. It was called Care Package.
Yeah, that was.
Ross was Port of Miami too. Yeah. Drake was Care Package, and Chance was Big Day.
Yeah, I didn't. Is that the one with the CD with the shit on it?
Yeah.
That shit came out like 2 weeks ago though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I said recently. I didn't say this weekend. I just said
like,
recently.
I don't know. But yeah. Care Package dope. I mean, that shit got mad old dope Drake shit that I love, like Mad Lucy's and shit that I fuck with, that I had like all of, like in different places as far as music goes. But Raw shit I really, 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 really love. Ross is one of my favorite artists of all time.
Yeah. That Raw shit is dope. So, that Raw shit is super dope.
That shit is super dope, man. And he never really misses, man. He's just so the only thing I don't like, and a bunch of people have said that, but like the intro with Wale was trash. I wanted an actual intro, like that was more like just.
You wanted a Maybach Music type intro?
I just didn't want, like, I wanted, like, some talking and some, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even play that shit. Like, the first song I got on the album is fucking Turnpike Ike. That's how the album started to me. But I wanted something like, some talking and some dramatizations, you know what I mean? Just some.
I don't really give a fuck about that shit. I like the Maybach Music intros, but I think, like, for Ross, for me, like, I really like, I love Ross's music, and Ross can paint a picture, and we talked about it like his luxury trap. But I still haven't got past the fact that I feel like 100% of what Ross say is not 100% authentic. So I could do without the talk in the beginning for me, like, just personally. I just like an album to start. I don't even really like those talking intros. Like, historically, just outside of Ross, do you like kind of like that intro or that dramatization?
Yeah, like, especially for motherfuckers who, like, yeah, hell yeah. I need that shit. Like, I need a dope beat. I need, like, some build up, like some climax into it, and then, like, for the beat. You need,
like, some dreams and nightmares type.
Yeah. I mean, or even like Blueprint. Not Blueprint. Okay. Fucking one of the greatest intros of all time. Forgive me. God damn it. The shit with Rock La Familia. That's the greatest intro of all time to me.
Okay.
Jay smoked that shit.
Okay.
But yeah, just shit like that. Like I like for it to, you know what I mean, build up a little bit. Not necessarily like the beat change and shit, but just like, I don't know, like it just needs.
You want an intro? You want to know you walking into something
like some
before
cinematic
it.
type shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Just like the feel,
Okay.
like set that shit off. Like just don't like cut the shit on and it's like fucking Ross and Wale. Like, you know what I mean? Like even if it was, I don't know, like certain songs go with.
It's not just because you hate Wale.
Nah, not even. Like for example, like if they could have did like a song like My Ambition, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's a dope song. Like something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? Like more like Philly. You know what I mean? Like that shit was just like just a Lucy.
A song.
It was a Lucy, and then like it was at the very beginning of the first song of the album. It's just, I don't know, shit was trash. But outside of that, like after that, like that bitch rides and like shit, damn near the whole shit. Like I don't really. That's the only song I really skip for real.
Okay.
Yeah, I fuck with that shit. That shit tough.
I fuck with that. Hey, I fuck with that heavy. I want to give Ross a big shout out because I feel like it is very hard for any rapper to have a classic album and then try to make a part 2 of a classic album. Mm-hmm. I feel like Ross did a very good job of capturing the spirit of Port of Miami. Port of Miami, Deeper Than Rap are like, and Deeper Than Rap and Rather You Than Me. I think that's what it is. Those are like my top 3 Ross joints, right? So like Port of Miami is my shit. Deeper Than Rap is my shit. Like I was just listening to Deeper Than Rap like 2 weeks ago, or maybe even less than that. Like, cause Ross just delivers that shit great. You know what I'm saying? And he captured whatever that feel of the original Port of Miami. He got that in there somehow. I don't know exactly how he's done it. I've seen rappers try part 2 of albums and failed miserably because you just set that bar so high. Mm-hmm. When you have a classic album, you set a bar really, really high when you're saying you're making the second version of that same fucking album. Shout out to Ross. I think my favorite joint on the album gotta be, I don't know, it's something about that shit with him and Gunplay.
Gunplay smoked that shit, man.
That shit go. I needed a third verse on that. Ross should have gave a third.
That nigga fucking Gunplay smoked that shit. That's like my favorite verse on the album.
Hey, well, Gunplay ain't my favorite verse, but that's definitely my favorite album. And I like the joint that follow with the SWV beat with Summer Walker as well. Like, I like that joint. I like the whole album, but when I'm in the car and I only got like a second to play, I usually hit those 2 and let those 2 ride out real quick. That Ross shit was dope. Now, the Drake shit, I'm cool on that. I listen to it. It's probably like 2 or 3 songs on there that I like, but you know, me personally, I'm not a huge emo Drake fan. Like those Lucy's that were on there is basically, so Drake Care Package, for y'all who don't know, it's like a bunch of singles, that Drake repackaged like into an album. So it's not like new music, but it's those singles that that were put out for various reasons, and packaged into an album. But Drake was able to sell 105,000 first week, of songs that people already had access to. So Drake definitely has the star power, but I'm cool on it. I listened to it one time. I will probably never revisit that album, again. Were those a lot of Drake songs that you liked?
Mm-hmm. I fuck with that shit. I mean, it was 5 a.m. and all 5 a.m. in Toronto and all that shit. Whenever Drake rapping, I'm here all the way for it. Them shits was some of the, like the 5 a.m. in Toronto, 3 a.m. in Dallas, all that shit. I need all that.
That shit bores me. But I've never been a fan of that version of Drake. So
it's rapping. That's Drake rapping.
Yeah, I don't like the slow shit. I don't like that shit. Like, you're not gonna put that in me. Like, I don't like the shit. Like, I've never been a fan of that version of Drake. Like, he can rap, but if he rapping over, it's like some emo, like super slow shit, and then he like, I'm just not a fan. Like, my favorite slow Drake song is Hotline Bling. Like, that's my favorite slow Drake song. Like, everything else, like,
4 p.m.
like I
in
said,
Calabasas, that shit ain't no slow. That shit is him barring niggas up.
That's not my vibe. I don't really like that song. I don't really like it. That's just me. I don't like it. It's not a trash song. It's just not my vibe. I'm just not about to be in the crib and turn on this shit. Like, it's just not, it's not me. It's not shit I vibe to. I think that, I think that a lot of people like it. Obviously, 105,000 people liked it. So, you can put me as the outlier. I'm 100% fine with that. It's just not for me. I'm cool on it. You can miss me on it. I'm not good with that. It's a waste of great talent to me. It'd be boring. It makes me want to go to sleep. Like, I'm just not with that. But I listen to Chance. Yeah, I listen to probably about 80% of Chance, and then I had to cut that shit off. Cause like I liked Coloring Book. I like Chance on like features and shit like that. I wouldn't necessarily say like I'm the top Chance the Rapper fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like some of Chance music for sure. Like Coloring Book, that was my favorite joint. And it's interesting because Chance said, so the album is basically about, it's a lot of happy stuff, but it's a lot. Like, I feel like a sweet spot for me is like 14 songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After you get past that mark, like no matter how good of an artist you are, it's very hard to carry someone's attention for 20 songs, 25 songs, 35 songs, 45 songs. This album's like 25 joints on there. And I started to think about, Charlemagne, when Charlemagne say, Chance sound like he do happy Muppet music. And, that's what it starts to sound like. And so Chance was saying that he felt bullied because people was like, don't nobody want to hear about you loving your wife for 25 tracks. You didn't listen to the joint. So, but it was very like, he had a good joint on there called Handsome with Meg Thee Stallion. I like that one. It was probably like 2 or 3 joints that I like, but as a whole, I'm not really cool with it.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Yeah. Out of, so in the numbers game, Chance won. But in opinion game, Ross, Drake, or Chance. You didn't listen to Chance, so I guess it's between Ross and Drake.
Well, I mean, all the Drake shit is old. I hadn't heard all that shit before, so I can't really, judge it against Ross shit. Ross shit was all new music for the lack of maybe 3 or 4 songs that he put out beforehand. But, I mean,
okay.
Of course I'm going with Ross because it was all new music. Versus like Drake shit, I had heard all that shit. I pretty much had most of that shit anyway. So I mean,
I bet. Yeah, I'm definitely going with Ross. You can just tell by my commentary. Definitely going with Ross. I've been playing Ross for the past week or two. So it's definitely Ross. I don't feel like there has been a defined song of the summer. What do you declare a song of the summer?
No Guidance.
No Guidance is your song of the summer?
Yes, absolutely.
My song of the summer for me personally, it's a tie, but it has the same artist. It's Suge by The Baby, or it's Cash Shit with Meg and The Baby. So the Baby definitely had a good summer. I would give like The Baby, like between him and Meg, probably, artist of the summer. Cause they kept shit rocking. Like the whole summer. Does Old Town Road count?
I mean,
as a song of the summer, even though it's been out for like 6-7 months.
Shit, Suge been out for 6-7 months.
True.
So
true. Suge has been out way before
Suge
summer.
Been out for mad long.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for depending on who you ask my kids, or they'll tell you definitely because they still request that shit too, all the fucking time.
What's in the running right now for album of the year for you personally?
Ross shit. Ross and Jim got the best 2 albums for me personally this year.
Ross and who?
Jim.
Oh, Jim Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my favorite 2 albums.
Yeah, right now it's between Ross and YB and Cordae for me.
YB has a really good album too. Really
that
good
album
dope.
is
Shout
amazing.
And it's crazy. I told you he was from Raleigh, so I know his uncle, and I used to bust it over his uncle. That's his uncle is like a nigga I know from nigga named Terry. I don't know. He a OG Raleigh nigga. So shout out to him. Shout out to Terry for his uncle. I mean, for his nephew doing dope shit. That shit crazy. I knew it. Like I said, I knew because once he said he was born in Raleigh, I was like, somebody I know that nigga. And then lo and behold, like I know.
You know, Durham people and Raleigh people swear, I know somebody. Everybody from Raleigh know each other. Everybody from Durham know each other. That's what the people say. So you definitely made that connection. I remember when we used to work. I remember when we used to work at the old spot, and I feel like it was you, but it might have been somebody else. But this seemed like your commentary. This is always your line of talk. I think it was you. It was just like, oh yeah, you know, Remy Martin, father work at Toys R Us.
Nah,
was
her
that
brother.
you?
Nah, I ain't know that. But her brother used. I know
it
her
might have
brother,
been somebody else then. It was another nigga at Extra Source then.
Yeah, nah.
I put it on you.
I wouldn't be surprised. Her brother Rock went to school with me, like high school and shit.
Yeah, the dad was working at Remy. Mom, dad was back in the day was working at Toys R Us putting together bikes. And I put that shit on you, but that wasn't you.
Nah, that wasn't me. I ain't know that. But I used to go to school with her brother. Funny nigga named Rock.
A list came out, right? So, 2 lists came out that I want to talk about before we wrap this show up, and we still in line of music. So, a top 50 greatest rappers of all time list came out, and it said in order. One of the ongoing jokes for the past 2 weeks was that it was, Joe Budden came in at number 3. Joe said he did not make this list. And Joe also said that, you know, people came in laughing and all of that. He says that he's better than half of the list. But he know he's not number 3. What did you agree with on this list, and what is totally just false about this list of 50 rappers?
Let's see what it is. Pulling it up now. Let's see what we got here. I mean, definitely Hov and Nas at 1 and 2. I'm fine with that. Styles is I mean, a lot of the people that are on the list, I agree with. I just don't necessarily agree with their order.
Their ranking on it? Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I definitely would have, for me personally, Wayne will be in the top 10. Fucking T.I. would be in the top 10 for me. But yeah, I mean.
Where's T.I.? T.I. was 24 on this list.
Yeah, he'd probably be, if not in the top 10, it'd definitely be in the top 15. But yeah, it's a lot of people that
I thought it was crazy how far Eminem ranked on the list.
I know.
Eminem was 28 on the list.
Yeah, that's wild.
Method Man, Twista.
Ross will definitely be higher. Stack Bundles would not be on my list. No, I mean, Stack was dope, but he didn't make enough music for me personally.
Busta Rhymes wouldn't be on my list.
That's crazy.
I mean, Busta Rhymes did what Busta Rhymes did. Don't get me wrong.
Busta got like classic albums.
He got classic albums. I think I go with the more of
Busta Rhymes would make the top 50?
He definitely wouldn't have made he made 50 on this list. He was 50 on this
49.
list. Yeah, he was 49. I don't know if Busta would have been on my top 50, but I can't think of 50 rappers, so I ain't gonna totally like push him off the list. I think Rick Ross. So let me give y'all just some more highlights on the list. Like number 1 is like Jay, 5 Black Thought, 15 Pac 15. There's no way Pac should have made 15. I think Pac should have been in top 10.
Well, this man list, it's a specific, like per Joe on the podcast, he was saying it was a dude who has a podcast, and he was like, I mean, apparently I'm one of his favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? So this is this person's list. Like, I don't think it's not. I
mean, at the end of the day, no matter what list you produce, it's going to be somebody's thoughts on the list.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't going to be accurate as far as what you personally consider. So, you know what I mean? So it's just an interesting combination of who he likes. I definitely like Jay number 1 on my list. Somebody who's not on the list that would have been in my top 10 would have been Wale. Wale didn't even make this list. Bub B wouldn't have been on my list. As far as rappers, like I like Bub B, but
a lot of these people like they were making a strong argument on some. I was hearing like 3 Stacks. A lot of these niggas are like group, like aren't solo artists. You know what I'm saying? So like, you got your 3 Stacks, you got your Bun B, which I mean, Bun B has put out. See, I can't even say that because Bun B has actually put out his solo rap music versus obviously since
I think even if a
MC
person
passed.
is a part of a group, you can
'Cause
individualize their rap skills.
If they haven't put out solo music, then no, because I don't think you should be able to like 3 Stacks has never put out a solo rap album versus say Big Boy, who's put out several solo rap albums. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with that. I feel like it's just your rapperability, period. Like, if you wanted to say, and another thing that I thought that was fucked up about this list is not one female on this list. Nicki should have made this list.
Nicki definitely should have made this list.
Nicki should have made this list. MC Light should have made this list, I feel like. She could have been top 50. I would put MC Light before a few of these motherfuckers.
I put Lauren here. Like, Lauren and Nicki definitely should have made the list. They would definitely make my list.
Lauren would
probably be in my top 20. And then let Nicki probably be like 25th, maybe.
Killer Mike wouldn't have made my list.
Nah, he wouldn't have made my list. AZ wouldn't have made my list. Even though I fuck with AZ.
AZ wouldn't have made my list either. Just because I just don't listen to AZ like that. Pusha T would have been higher on my personal list. Pusha T was 13 on this list. Who make better? Who sell drugs better? Who make better drug rap? Pusha T or Ross?
Ross.
You think so?
Fuck yeah.
I was noodling over this, man. I don't know, man.
Nigga, you can go through their albums and that alone will tell you. Like,
I'm
he's
just
got
talking about drug
verses.
references,
Yeah,
period.
nigga, that nigga
Like,
Ross
I feel
got
like-
mad drug reference songs.
I feel like Pusha T then sold drugs in so many different analogies, and
He got better verses, yeah. He got better verses, but like music,
I think I think Ross definitely has great drug rap. However, Pusha T can paint drugs differently every single time. Pusha T don't have to say I'm moving weight or I'm pushing white. He'll say some shit where you be like, damn, that nigga just made drugs seem poetic as a bitch out this show. Like, I fuck with Pusha T. Pusha T is definitely in my top 10. Pusha T in my top 10. I fucks with Clips and I fucks with Pusha T hard. Like, they in my top. You know someone who's, I feel like is a great rapper that's on this list, but I don't necessarily listen to him like that, is Black Thought.
Yeah, same.
And I know he's highly coveted. You know what I'm saying?
Like shit. I would have him on my list, but it wouldn't
it's a lot.
It wouldn't be, he wouldn't be top 5. But he's bar for bar, niggas can't fuck with him. Like, that nigga went on Flex and rapped for 10 minutes and that shit was all
right.
crap.
Right.
Most definitely wouldn't have made my
Cameron
list.
wouldn't be on my list.
Cameron wouldn't?
50. Not for rapping. For music, yes. For rapping ability, nah.
Cam definitely on my
Would
list.
nobody in Dipset be on my top 50 rappers list?
Yeah, shit.
For actual rapping
Cam
ability.
definitely on my list. Sure. Cam,
I feel like Cam
Killer
could rap
Cam is
better
fucking
before
ridiculous.
Right. I feel like Cam could rap better before Dipset, in my opinion. I feel like that. I
mean, he fell off.
Like
he wouldn't fell off. He just changed his style. Like, after Come Home With Me, he got weird, like, and started being like lazy. But like, Confessions of Fire and SDE, Cam, fuck yeah.
They're my favorite joints though.
So you gotta keep them up there.
But prior to Dipset.
Yeah, but so you gotta, just for that alone, and Mad Mixtapes and
Nah, what have
all
you
that
done
shit.
for me lately? That's how Wayne got 37 on this list. I definitely don't think Wayne deserves 37.
Fuck no, I don't give a fuck about it.
I think Wayne definitely deserves top 15.
It's crazy.
Where you would have put Wayne on this list?
Top 5.
Top 5?
Mm-hmm.
To this day, you would have
Yeah.
made Wayne top 5? Yeah, Wayne, if we would have cut it off at a certain period of time, would have definitely been in my top 5. Wayne was like my top 2 at a certain point in time. But Wayne can definitely get in my top 15 to this day. For sure.
That's crazy.
For sure. What about LL Cool J?
Yeah.
In your top 50?
Nah, he definitely in my top 50 for sure. Hell yeah. No doubt about that. Lupe wouldn't.
I'm not a huge Lupe fan.
Lupe can rap, but it's not for me. I'm cool on him.
He can rap, but I don't feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm straight on Lupe.
J. Cole.
Scarface.
Definitely need to be moved up like 10 spots for me. He fell 19 on this.
I ain't mad at that. Just because he's still relatively new, but he's still like one of the nicest niggas out. Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Kendrick is number 10.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking
Cole and Kendrick should be neck and neck.
From my list, he would definitely be in the top 20. I would Kendrick.
I got unpopular opinion. Ghostface wouldn't have been in my top 25.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Ghostface wouldn't have been in my top 25. Jadakiss, Fabulous. They got good spots. I actually like Jadakiss more than Styles P. So Styles P wouldn't have been as high on my list. Styles P probably would have been in the top 25 for me. He wouldn't have been at number 4 for sure. Joe Budden wouldn't even be on my list. Period.
Joe's on my list for sure.
Joe's definitely not on my list. I think Joe can rap. Joe just not for me.
Yep.
Like, Joe just not for me. Joe can rap. Joe can put words together, but he boring to me. Like, it's just a lot of shit. Like, just a lot of words sometimes. Snoop was 34. How you feel about that? You feel comfortable with that?
It's interesting because I was listening to what's Glasses Malone. When Glasses Malone was on the Breakfast Club last week, he made like a super, and he was on Brilliant Idiots, but he made a super valid point that like it was nobody hotter than fucking Snoop Dogg. For real.
I actually had that to talk about, but I didn't know if we was going to get to it because he was talking about Pac too.
And Pac really did. I mean, Pac definitely had steam, but like when he got beside Snoop and Death Row and shit, which for all intents and purposes, fucking Snoop was Death Row, him and Dre. His star definitely catapulted and shined a little brighter, but niggas won't fucking with Snoop though. And I mean, for me, like Snoop, it was the reason I started loving rap for real. So,
Snoop, really?
Yeah. We talked about that.
That's interesting. Like Snoop was the reason you started loving rap. Nah, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, we talked about Doggy Style and shit, and that being like the first hip hop album and shit, and all that shit, like that I got and bought and shit. It was like 3 episodes ago, but no,
I remember the conversation, but I don't think I took away. Snoop was the reason you start loving rap. I don't think I took away that sentiment.
One of my favorite songs
what
of all time. Like that is the reason. Like I mean, I used to listen to rap and shit, you know what I'm saying, and all that. But like when I fell in love with that shit and like really like got immersed in
that's
that
why
shit.
you so West Coast. Do you think that's why you so West Coast? I feel like you're super West Coast. You love a lot of West Coast music.
I wouldn't say I love a lot of it. I just like Mozzie. I like Nip. I like Game, and I like because I don't really buy Snoop music now. I don't really listen to it.
You like J-Rock. You like
J-Rock hard. Yeah, J-Rock.
It's a few West Coast artists that you.
Yeah, I do like the West. I mean, they make the best music as of late and shit historically, I guess.
That's what I say. You love it.
I mean, but I mean, like I got an early like 90s influence and shit too, like with East Coast and shit like that. I mean, I just like all dope shit, you know what I mean? But I love a lot of Southern music that's the same. So I can't really say like it's one way or another. I just enjoy West Coast music. But that was, you know, the kind of the catapult and getting me immersed in hip hop. Gotcha. So for me,
I think that
I don't think Q would have made it.
Style. You don't think Q would have made it?
Not my top 50. I hate to say
not
that.
Q would have definitely made my top 50.
Maybe
Q would have definitely made my top 50. Now where I don't know quite yet.
Nip won't even.
He probably would have made top 35.
Nip won't even.
Yeah, Nipsey not on this
crazy.
list. Like at all on this list.
Oh yeah, Nip definitely would have been on my list. I'd take fucking Cube out and put Nip in.
Twista might be in my top 20. Twista 26 on this list. He would have been in my top 20.
Skill wise, yeah. He wouldn't be in my
Royce
top 20.
Wouldn't have been on my list.
Royce wouldn't have been on my list. Common wouldn't have been on my list. He can rap like shit. At all? I ain't gonna say that.
Common can rap.
He definitely wouldn't have been no fucking 18.
Yeah. Raw should have definitely been moved up the list. It's hard for me to say 50 moving up the list because when 50 was cooking. 50 got
some shit though.
50 was cooking. But it's kind of like the same way, like I think about Wayne, like, are we cutting it off at a certain point? Either way, regardless, I feel like Wayne in the top 15 for me. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if we cut it at a certain period of time, Wayne would have been in my top 2 for sure. And that's kind of the way that I feel about 50 a little bit. Like 50 probably would have been in my top 10 if we cut it off at a certain point in time. But if we're talking about to present, 50 probably in my top 30. He 48 on this list. I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like I don't have a problem with where Andre 3000 landed, but I always had a hot take that Andre 3000 is overrated.
Wow.
I feel like Andre 3000 is overrated. Like, I think because he dropped so far and few in between that niggas like be thirsty for an Andre verse. And I think that he's a good rapper. I just don't see him being so much better than Big Boy. And people be trying to act like
Big
Andre
Boy
like just be
though.
smoking Big Boy, and I don't feel like that's true. I feel like Big Boy get busy.
Oh, Big Boy definitely get busy. That's a fact. But Andre is something else. Like, he's something else for sure.
He been walking around with this flute in random places, which is so wild. Like, and in different cities too. Like, they be finding him in the airport, in the street in New York, just playing this flute, bro. Like, y'all gotta be careful about that Erykah Badu's cat. That be making you a little bit different. Let's talk about real quick, because I want to know your thoughts on this. So there was a meme that came out, who is the greatest producer of this generation? And the choices were Pharrell, Timbaland, JD, Swiss Beats, DJ Khaled, and Scott Storch. Now, before you tell me who is in, give me the two that's automatically out.
I'm gonna go with Scott Storch. And who else was it? Hold on.
Is Pharrell.
Oh, Khaled.
Timbaland.
Get Khaled out of here.
All right, so you with me? All right, we on the same page. Yeah. That's what I said. We getting them two out. Now, I feel like Scott Storch has made some dope music, and Scott Storch has some. I personally feel like Khaled sold a bunch of albums, right? A bunch of albums. But if I was looking at this list, I would replace Khaled with Cool and Dre.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like all of the music that they made that had like a particular sound, like I feel like Khaled knows how to basically market a bunch of people who were already marketable, period. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like Khaled really, molded no clay and made no stars. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these other artists did. You know what I'm saying? So, dwindling down the list, we got Pharrell, Timbaland, JD, Swiss Beats. What's your argument? How you weighing them out, and who you going with?
That nigga JD got some shit, man.
Yeah.
That nigga, he got. I mean, him and Mariah had the outside of fucking what's the shit, that Old Town Road shit. They had the highest, like, longest charting single ever, and that was him and Mariah. So that was kind of hard to argue against that. But like bodies of work, I'd probably go with Pharrell for me. Follow closely by Tim. And I think that
JD coming in third or Swiss?
I think they're tied, and I shouldn't. That's a
JD and Swiss.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Okay.
I think they're about equal, just only because like Swiss made like incredible dope, like raw hip hop shit. Like he was responsible for X and him and Dame Grease. But I mean, he made raw hip hop shit, but his sound kind of sounded the same. Versus say JD. I think JD would give him a slight edge just because like Jay-Z's more diversified. Like he made, rap all the way to goddamn Confession. So
yeah, I think so who you going with? Who you say you going with? Who's your number one?
For real.
Alright, so this was my thought process, right, when I looked at this. I fuck with Swiss, but I feel like Pharrell, Timbaland, and JD actually changed music.
Oh, yeah.
Like they have a stamp on music where they change music. Like they have a whole era. I mean, again, Swiss was New York and he did have dope shit. But when I'm dwindling down this list, this is what I'm looking at. So then my thought process went to Pharrell, Timbaland. They both kind of rep the same area. JD, on the other hand, And it's probably because I just saw his documentary why it's so fresh on my mind. JD is the reason that Atlanta is Atlanta.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, JD is the reason why Atlanta is like the mecca of music right now. Like, JD is when the East and the West was beefing, Atlanta was the neutral territory. JD is the reason for like a lot of like the trap and just the whole music scene. And you could give some of that to LA and Babyface as well. But like, JD is like Southern hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, to this day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Timbaland had a wave. You know what I'm saying? Pharrell had his biggest wave, and he's still super duper fucking relevant and still making songs. But I still feel like you can see JD's work living on still in Atlanta music scene. And he's the mayor of Atlanta. So like, this was hard for me because we talking about Timbaland. Like, Timbaland is a fucking beast. Like, when I think of Pharrell, I think of like fucking Nori. What beat? Like, that was like one of my favorite songs, like in college. Like, I'm thinking about like Clips, who I just professed my love for Clips. I love fucking Clips music. I think I'm gonna have to go with JD, man. I think I'm gonna have to go with JD
you ain't
on
wrong,
this.
no way, shape, or form. I tell you that.
I think I'm gonna have to go with JD on this one, man. And ain't none of these niggas trash at all. Khaled might be a little bit overrated,
but he don't really produce though. Like, he don't.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
He do,
like, I feel
his moniker was Beat Novocaine. So if you ever hear that was actually his beats. But he just gets beats. He's more like truly a producer in the sense of like, because a producer doesn't necessarily mean like making beats per se. It means arranging and doing
it just
all that
means
shit.
like,
Puff,
you're a coordinator.
Not for nothing, Puff is a producer in that regard. He don't make no beats, but his ear for putting shit together and how it's supposed to be is the reason that he's considered one of the greatest producers. So, but yeah, all these niggas is very talented at what they do. Extremely talented. Some of the best ever. Yeah.
No bull. So we ended that with Pharrell and JD being the greatest producers of the generation. I want to thank y'all for listening and kicking it with us. Next week, we're supposed to collaborate with another podcast. We'll let y'all know about that next week.
I forgot about that.
So, be aware. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. Y'all know we have the website at www.theaintshitshow.com. That's the expert I would be, and follow us at The Ain't Shit Show on all of our social media, Twitter, IG, Facebook, and listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, all that. Write reviews where you can, and tell a friend to tell a friend, man. And y'all know we like to end everything with a quote, and I think this is a very simple quote, but a very meaningful quote. Either you can run the day, or the day can run you. The choice is yours. And until next week, I want y'all to be great. And the marathon continues, baby.